right, greetings, greetings. This is Terra Lumination, and you know what this is? It is Wellness Wednesday. I've started taking a few names already because I'm still setting up. Greetings. Here we are. It's good to see you all. Hello, Sadia. I see you out there. I'll be seeing you soon. I'll see you Friday. Okay, so this is it. This is what we're doing right now. Sorry, I didn't have a chance to give much notice to everybody. It's been very busy here. So I just came on. I've been prepping for the morning. It is now just around 12 noon Pacific Standard Time in the United States. Okay. And we're coming up to the Wellness Wednesday show. This is open to everyone. And it's really simple. You just get a free mini oracle reading. Okay? Your name goes here on a magic post-it note. Right there. Okay? This is a worldwide wellness show. Sun Lehman, because you asked, you shall receive. Sun Lehman. Here we go. Excuse my voice. I've been doing quite a few readings. I'm a little bit wiped out, but we're still here. We'll see how many we can do, okay? Good afternoon, Delisha. How are you? Good to see you. So I'm going to put up, now I don't know if you're here, Dear Cups of Hope. Dear Cups of Hope, if you're here, I owe you one. Okay, so we'll catch up. I'm going to put you up the top here. I'm going to also read one. I also owe one to Lily Lynn, so she's already in the list. There we go. Rita Jacob, it's your first time ever. Wow. Wow, okay, Rita. Okay, let me just put some order here. Bhavya, I've got you already. All right, cool. Got that. Rita, first time ever. Congratulations. Well done. Super to have you here. Sun Lehman, I just put you on. Okay. And Alicia, I just saw a note. It's been, can I have one, please? Yes, you can. Yes. The answer is yes. Yes. Hello, just me. Is it just you out there? It's just you. Okay. Greetings, RS. Okay, please add me. I will show you that one. Okay, RS. RS. Gosh, we're filling up very quickly here, people. We've only just started and we're already filling up. That's a good sign. I don't know how many we're actually going to be able to do. We'll see as we go along. Oh, incognito. I see you. I see you. I just saw that note there. Please add me to the list. Incognito. Whoa, okay. Okay, I've got you incognito. There we go. So, there we go. Well, isn't this a jolly time? Seems like some of you know each other. Okay. Oh, you are Cups of Hope. You changed your name. Okay. So I'm going to put you over here. Got it. So it's the same thing. Super duper. Excellent. Fantastic. So I'll do this. What am I doing? Actually, Bhavya was here first, so I'm just going to do Bhavya first. Put incognito over here. I'll do something like this. Sometimes I'm not very organized, but you know how I like to do things. Can you add me, please? Yes, I can, just you. I'll put it over just you. No, it's just me. Okay. There you go. You get your own magic post-it note now. So a lot of you already kind of know what's the routines here. But let me just say hello, Delisha. Just say hello, even if you don't know them. It's okay. Just letting you know, folks, there's a big red line here on my computer systems indicating that there is significant buffering possible happening for you guys out there. Now, it is not my fault. It's not my fault. Okay? It's the streaming system itself. I've got a super powerful computer. Okay? So here we go. This is it. Now, for some of you, if you've never been here before, it's a simple, very little simple oracle type of reading. And what I have here, see, I've already got we've got 9 readings already lined up, okay? So when it comes time for your reading, please pick a deck, okay? I'm working with 5 decks right now that I'm offering. So I have the Psychic Growth deck. So if you are dealing with matters, okay, this is her deck over here. So if you are dealing with issues regarding psychic awareness, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, extrasensory perception, intuition, seeing angels, hearing things, and all that kind of stuff, and you want to improve or you're struggling to deal with it, let's have a look at this. It's about learning how to trust your deepest psychic self, okay? If you are already way, way up in the clouds, like wondering what's happening on Earth here, you might want to come down to Earth and we'll use the Gaia deck, okay? If you're really spaced out and you need grounding. If it's lovey-dovey issues, you can go for the Romance Angels deck, of course. If you're struggling with deep internal warfare, the self versus the self, like, ego versus the soul, and you're fighting it out, we can do with the power of surrender, because this is all about the art of letting go. And if you want messages from nature, we'll use the Nature's Whispers. Of course, we have a lot of Earth energy right now. All the 4 or 5 planets in Virgo, 2 in Capricorn, and 1 in Taurus. So that's a ton of Earth energy here. So nature is speaking very loudly right now. Okay? So keep in mind, and I will try to keep an eye on the chat to try and find out who gets what deck. Okay? So that's how that works. Let me just check in with you guys. First of all, I want to say hello. Hello. This is Terra Lumination. It is Wellness Wednesday. That's what I like to call it. Because it's Wednesday over here in the United States, and I want to be well. And I'm hoping I can spread the wellness, just spread it out, spread it around. Being loving, being loved. Being loving, being loved, that's it. That's all it is. And how do we do that? It's by invocation. You have to want to do that. You can't do it all on autopilot. You have to actually make it your business, make it your intention to be loving and to be loved. And I do that personally by invocation. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my body from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my mind from up above. I ask for the healing power of love to fill my heart from up above. And I ask for the healing power of love to fill my soul from up above. Basically my whole life, okay? So I really don't worry about the chakras too much, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the rest of them. I try to treat my whole body as one single radiant thing. I call it a transceiver. I feel like my body is a transceiver. I'm constantly receiving and transmitting signals, energy. Let's put it this way. Transmitting and receiving. So because of the laws of attraction, the way physics works, the way the laws of nature work, we have to be very aware. What are you transmitting? Because then you have to be aware that there's something that comes back to you from the universe. Everything is in a constant state of flow, just like ocean waves, okay? So it all comes back. Okay, I'm just checking the stream right now. Hold on. I can see that the stream is settling. We have a lot of green lights now, so we should be good for a little while. We'll see. Let's have a look. I'm going to go back to the stage for a second. Hey, Joe's here. Hi, Joe. What's going on? It must be, what's the time? It's probably, what, 9 o'clock for you, Joe? Thank you. Thank you, Sun Lehman. That's a very sweet message. May we all be blessed with optimal health, wellness, joy, infinite love, and abundance. It adds up, okay? It's like an intention. It's like you create this thing. I think of it as like a glowing disco ball of love. And then you just make sure you stay that way. You know, you have to stay in that vibe where you're radiating with intention, deliberately. Okay? So, let me just check something here. Super. Okay, I just had to check some of the technology stuff. Anyway, we're here. I gotta put Joe. Thank you. Hi, Joe. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you too. Oh, I like your little squiggle thing, like the yin yang blob. Yeah. So before I get into it, I'm just still trying to get warmed up. Peaceful ass chick. Hold on, I have to say hello there. Hello, peaceful ass chick. Thanks for hanging out. Welcome. This is Lumination. Good to see you. I'm offering a little bit of health and wellness, what I like to call Wellness Wednesday, because it sounds nice. This is a worldwide wellness show, and I'm hoping it goes all over the world and that millions of people can see it, and we'll have 1 million subscribers by the end of the week. Why not? Wishful intent, that's what I would like. If any of you here are not subscribers, it's time to think about subscribing. If you're already a subscriber and you've already dinged your bell, what about membership? Check the links below. Okay. So, peaceful ass chick, I've never seen you here before. Oh, thank you. So, peaceful ass, I'll just call you peaceful, okay? If you don't mind. I have to be careful with the language on this show because I have it set for free and open general. So I have to be aware because sometimes kiddies watch this. I've had moms come in and bring their kids to watch the show. So I have to be careful. So I'll just call you peaceful, okay? So let me go back to the stage. I want to show you something peaceful. So peaceful, I was talking to everybody just a minute before you arrived. This is Wellness Wednesday, and it's open to everyone. We're doing free mini oracle readings. We're already pretty full. I've got 9 lined up already. I can probably handle 3 more. I reckon I could handle 3 more, and that'll be already it. Okay? So whoever shows up in the next few minutes, if you want a reading, a little oracle, you have to type it in and let me know. Chanai, you want one, so I will do that. I'm going to do this quickly. I can handle about 3 more. Okay? And that'll be it. Chennai, okay. From Belgium. Okay, so you've got one. So peaceful ass, you up for it? Sorry, I'm just going to say peaceful. I got to be careful. You would like one. Okay, I've got room for 1 more, I think, people. I'm just going to call you peaceful. If you don't mind. There we go. And Rita, you want romance angels. Okay, I see what you're talking about. Let's put you over here. I'll put you romance angels, lovey-dovey questions. Sure. I've got you peaceful over here. See, we got you. Yeah. I know, it's amazing, isn't it? It's just amazing. It's just amazing how much fun we have doing this silly stuff. It's super, super fun. Well, it's not even silly. I have to tell you, I have all my filters are screening out the word ASS, and it's blocking everything that says ASS. Kelly Graham, yes. Whew, you got in at just the last second, Kelly Graham. Well done. Kelly Graham. Now, you know, sometimes people wig out or they drop out and we can replace, but right now we pretty much got a full house. So I know there's only a few of us, but, you know, it's okay. It's about all I can handle anyway. And so let's have a look. China also wants the Romance Angels. Okay, sure. Why not? Kelly Graham. Okay, there you are. Okay, and so basically I've got 12 readings lined up, people, and I'm going to start from here. So it's kind of like one of those get in line situations, and you just have to be very patient. Okay, that's all there is to it. From Scotland. Scotland. Oh. Now, why was I thinking of Scotland just recently? Oh, yeah. Hey, Kelly. The reason I was thinking of Scotland just recently is because there's a lady who comes on a lot. She's a member, actually. Her name is Pam Bam, and she's from New Zealand, but she's not. She's actually from Scotland, and she's in Scotland, I think, right now, visiting and hanging out. She's helping her dad do some remodeling, and then she goes back to New Zealand. So there you go. That's why I was thinking about Scotland and Terra Lumination. Thank you very much. Welcome from Scotland. What part of Scotland? You might have been on another show where you heard how I actually peed off the end of John O'Groats. I've done that, okay? I have done that. I'm very proud of that fact. I've been to Loch Ness. I've been to a Hogmanay. I've had a Scottish breakfast with blood pudding and haggis. I have done that. I have been to Edinburgh. I've been to Aberdeen. I didn't ever go to Glasgow. I never made it there. And I've been to a few villages and mountains and everything. Yeah. Did the thing with the locks. The Loch Ness Monster. He tried to take my fast food lunch. And I told him, excuse me, Terra Lumination, if you don't mind, I'm going to use the healing power of no. And that's what I did. And then he went, okay, sorry, I'll go back. And then he went back into the lock, and that was the end of it. I put him in his place. Loch Ness Monster is not going to mess around with me, okay? Here we go. Hello, Debs. Greetings, Debs. So, Bhavya, let's have a look. I'm going to go back to the stage now, people. Bhavya, which deck are we going to use with you, Bhavya? I've got 5 decks, as you know. Let's put this over here. So I'm going to watch the screen. So, Bhavya, hey, JGF, are you flying your drones over my studio right now? JGF is a drone pilot, everybody. Be careful. He could be spying on you right now. On the other hand, he could be doing scenic landscape movies for you. Hello, Joe. Hello, Debs. So, Bhavya, you're up. Bhavya, you are up. Which of these decks would you like to use? What kind of messages are you interested in? Are you struggling with your own psychic growth and expansion and extrasensory perception? Are you struggling with coming down to earth and being grounded at all? Is it lovey-dovey stuff? Are you struggling with internal warfare between yourself and the self and the soul? Are you looking for messages from nature? Okay? Okay, will there be any changes happen in your life in the next few months? Yes. There you go. There's your reading. Thank you very much. Next, Lily Lynn. That was easy. Thank you, Bhavya. Hey, Debs, I'll put you on the provisional list just in case we have some room, but I'm pretty much full already. It got filled really quickly. I'll just put Debs over here. All right. Sorry, Bob. Yeah. Okay, so let's have a look. Will there be, let's say, how about this? Let's do it, and let's phrase the question the other way. You're right. Will there be any changes happening in my life in the next 3 months? How about this? What kind of changes can I expect in my life in the next 3 months? Okay? So my feeling is that I want to use the, I'd like to use the Gaia deck, if you don't mind. Get some grounding and reality here. It's kind of a tough deck, but it's really good with checking in with reality, okay? So I've got you over here, Debs. Shh, don't tell anybody, but it's off camera, and you're kind of in the reserve seat, okay? Just in case. You want Nature's Whispers. I got it. You will get what you need. We're going to do, this is a message from nature, okay? This is beautiful. Like I said earlier, there's a ton of earth energy right now. By the way, before I get into this, let me show you something, folks. Now, you know, I did this thing the other night. I think it was Monday night, because everybody was freaking out. I was freaking out, and everybody. And I made this little astrodoodle. From there we were. That was Monday night. I think it was around the 7th or the 8th. And today is the 11th. Okay, so we're in here right now. Okay, so the moon is here in Aquarius right now, but it is void. There's no really tight angles with anything. And by the end of the week, we are going to be in the full moon, okay? So this thing here, and you would think like, oh my gosh, it's just sweet, gentle Pisces, it's gentle Virgo, and it's optimistic Sagittarius. How could this possibly be stressful? What could there possibly be stressful about any of this? Okay? Well, my feeling is that it's a super stressful alignment, and it's very much to do with bringing to the surface things inside of us that have almost no description, no language, no words, but it's to do with like deeply buried sickness, illness, patterns of self-undoing that have not been dealt with in a long time. Hold on, I just saw a note there. Just me wants the Gaia. Thank you, Gaia. We'll do that. Okay. I'm actually going to read Nature's Whispers for you. Okay, Bhavya? Yeah. Hey, Megastar. I see you. I see you. Before I start the actual readings themselves, I'm going to work with Bhavya right now, and we're going to work on the Nature's Whispers deck. She wants to know what kind of changes to expect in her life in the next few months. So before we get into that, please understand that right now we are heading into this full moon, and a lot of stuff has been happening here in the last 2 weeks on this channel, from people feeling very, very sick, tired, exhausted, depressed, lost, needing lots of sleep, lots of rest, feeling very confused. That makes perfect sense to me, okay? And this one is, wait, I'll see what I can do for you. I'll see what I can do, RS, if I can, because that's it's a much bigger reading. So right now we're dealing with this. I made this on Monday night. It's Wednesday evening for a lot of you, and this is where we're heading right now, okay? Okay, this is where we're heading right now. It's a full moon coming up, and it's likely it's going to be a very sensitive one, okay? It's going to be, my feeling is that it's going to be very hard to put words on this stuff, and that's the actual answer to this thing. My feeling is that it's very good to speak and write about these things to yourself, to your loved ones, to the people that you trust. You see this angle here? It's on the Gemini energy. This is the way out. This is the way to deal with it. It's by expression. Turning all these feelings here that might be very difficult, talk about them. Like if you're depressed or sad about yourself, your looks, your finances, is anyone listening to you? Depression in the home, depression in love and romance, health, fitness, relationships, deep soul merger, travel, your career, your destiny, humanity, your friends, sickness and health, wherever this lies in your chart. It might be very difficult to understand what's going on unless you talk about it and share your stories, okay? Okay? RS, we're talking about money and jobs, okay. I'll make a note here. Got it, okay, RS, I saw the note there. All right, so please understand, right now it would make perfect sense for people to be feeling, my feeling is very uneasy about themselves, their body, their life, to the point where you might be feeling like sick in your tummy, sick in your heart, sick in your head, sick in just like your feelings and your moods. Very difficult to put into words. It's the energy of where you would just want to curl up and go to bed, turn off the lights, shut the door, put in some earplugs, and just do nothing. So if that's how you feel, and if you feel that you are being if you feel that you are being let down by the universe, let down by your friends, your family, your job, your health, your home, your lover, your mate, your financial commitments with other people, your big dreams and plans for a bigger, better life. If you're feeling like you're being victimized, or you've been victimized or let down by all of that, that would be normal. And the way to deal with it is to talk about it. Share your stories. What does it mean for you? Like, why are you feeling this? What is the feeling? Can you put it in words? So I would have to have a show that goes for, 40 hours a week to be able to deal with that stuff. But and I can't really handle that at the moment. But that's what I'm suggesting, okay? Hold on. To me, it feels like the way to handle this stuff at the moment, because it's so hard to handle. It's so fuzzy-wuzzy, and it needs clarification. It needs precision. What are these big things that are like confounding you, puzzling you, troubling you in this big sacred triangle thing, that big T-square thing? What is the problem? Ask for it to come to words. Say, dear angels, dear heaven, dear guardian angels, dear spirit guides, dear invisible friends, please help me to put more definition into my life so that I can put into words or on paper all the things that are not working. Whatever it is, please help me, please guide me. Thank you very much. And then wait. And then start writing things down. Bhavya, we're just going to go in for Nature's Whispers for now. It's a perfectly good card. We're talking about nature. We're talking about energies. I'll see what the storyline is as it comes up, okay? So bear with me. All right, let's have a look. Yes, Rita, you can. Sure, when the time comes, just make it very, very simple. It helps if you, instead of using will I find my twin flame, or when is my lover going to return, or if you use the words will or when, it puts a lot of pressure on the reading. That makes it very hard for me to do. If you ask things about like how or why, or something with an open ending, if you use the words is, that creates a yes or no decision type of situation, which is, you might as well just get a pendulum reading, okay, which I really don't like to do, because I don't want to, I just think it's very dangerous. It's a little precarious to do yes/no questions and situations on a live show. Okay, I'm more comfortable in private, and I do private bookings and all that kind of stuff. But for today, this is open public forum, and I want to keep it super fun and healthy and light. So we'll work on your questions when we get there. All right. So Bhavya, we're going to use Nature's Whispers. We want to find out what are we looking forward to in your life in the next few months, okay? It's almost like we're gazing into a crystal ball, okay? Well, the thing about the Rider-Waite, I will try it. I've never done it that way before on the show, but we'll see. It's a possibility. Let's have a look. This is for Bhavya. Okay, so we have a card here called Intuition. You can see she's very, very, very lit up. So at this top part of her body, there's, you know, her body is here, but all you're seeing is this part of it, because this is where a lot of us feel and sense our intuition is from here. Okay, so there's a lot of activity. I think of these as like soulmates, spirit mates. It's lots and lots and lots of animals, lots and tons of nature here, deeply in tune with nature. I'm just going to read from this first of all. I'm starting with Chaimai over Bhavya. So I'm going to go this way, and then this way, and then this way. Okay? All right, let's have a look. I think you're going to enjoy this, Bhavya. It says here, you seem to have a knack for knowing what is going to work. Your creative process is unique to you. You just get started and magic happens. You have a lot of endurance and you are a hard worker. Once you get focused on a project, you don't stop. You are a trendsetter, and you seem to understand what people love. You are very forward-thinking. You are being reminded that you have your own inner voice guiding you, always. So tap into your wisdom and allow yourself this higher perspective. Okay, so my personal feeling for you, Bhavya, is right now is that deep down, you already have a deep sense of intuition of what is ahead for you. It might not be specific in words, but I have a feeling that you can feel it, and it might be very different from what you're doing now. So for example, Bhavya, if you are starting to get really, really powerful sense of intuition, literally like where you're learning how to trust it more and more and more and more, where it just becomes part of your day-to-day life, that would be a good thing. Like if, for example, you have artistic inclinations, or you want to be more creatively expressive, or you want to do things that are much more, let's say you have like some kind of activity, school or college or a day job, or some kind of activity which creates, you know, like a sense of order in your life. Okay, like, oh, I do this, or I do that, and I do that, and I do that. And then you realize you already know, if you've been watching the channel, you know that big changes are coming up anyway. Okay, first of all, we have the full moon coming up, but the big changes is going to be in early January 2020. So guess what? We are now in September. So let's look ahead. October, November, December. So over the next few months, we're heading very, very, very close to January 2020. So let me take a moment here. I'm going to take advantage of your reading. Okay, Bhavya, stay with me for a second. Give me a second here. I'm going to show you something. I wrote this book a long time ago, okay? It's called Wealth, Money, Finance, and it's about the global restructuring in January 2020, okay? Now, how do I write it? What gives me the authority to write this? What right do I have to make these kind of words and turn it into a book? And I present this book to some of the top astrologers that I know, top two of them on YouTube, and one of them is a financial astrologer. And they read this and they kind of go, oh my God, I see what you're saying, I see what you're saying, okay? And I knew this stuff intuitively through my intuition years and years ago. And then I had to do my astrology to validate this thing. And then I realized, oh my God, it's for real, people. So my feeling is you've got something inside of you, okay, Bhavya, that is seeking expression, okay? Seeking expression. My feeling is that you already know something is bubbling up inside of you at the level of your intuition, okay? And you know you have to do something about it. It's just that it's early days, and maybe you're not used to becoming more and more and more and more and more and more and more in tune with your intuition. And so when I look at this reading and the messages that it has already, what it's telling me is that you already have an idea, and it's inside of you, and it's coming into you. If you look at it this way, you know, when I talk about how we are a transceiver, okay? Imagine this is your cell phone. This is like you. You are transmitting and receiving energy. You see all this energy here? This is like the energy of your aura, okay? So the things that you need to know, that you need to do, are already coming into you, and it's forming in here, and you would feel it as intuition, and then you're just going to go and do that and live that and be that, okay? It might be early days, but I think you already know. Like if you feel that you have to make big changes and to do something that is much either very different or much more in tune with you, so that you become more and more radiant, then that's what you have to do. I think it might be something to do with more creativity, something creative, or something to do with inspiring. Like if you have an idea, oh, I've always wanted to do this, I've always wanted to do this, be that, then you're already on the path. You're already being guided, okay? So it's really more like, what I'm sensing here for you, Bhavya, is what this is really about is like, let me go back with you. Hold on. So, Bhavya, it's like, to me, it's already out there. And so now it's all about, so this is what I would be doing if I was Bhavya. Dear angels, dear invisible friends, dear guardians, please help me, please guide me, please bring to me that thing which is mine, which is in tune with me, my life, and my intuition. Please take away from me those things in my life that are not mine and they are no longer relevant. Thank you very much. Amen. You get it? Something really, really simple like that. Please bring to me that which is mine. Please take away from me that which is not mine. And then you just let it happen. You don't force it. You don't look for it. You invite it in, okay? Like a signal. Okay? So you tune into your intuition and let it come to you, okay? And I think you already have a little bit of an idea of what it is. Thank you, Bhavya. I hope that helped you. I'm going to shuffle this up. Next, we're going to read for Lily Lynn. Lily Lynn has questions about finances, career, and jobs, things like that. So I'm going to use the Gaia deck, okay? Getting things down to earth. It's a tough deck. It's a reality check deck, okay? Hello, Candace. Let's see. First time ever to join live. I'm already pretty full up, honestly. It fills up really quickly, and I only have a certain amount of time. So what I'm going to do, if it's okay with you, I will put you over here on the reserve list in case somebody just disappears. I've already got Deb's chisel in front of you, but I will put you over here, Candace, just in case. If I end up with extra super energies and enough time, then we'll see. But at the moment, I'm just going to leave it like that, okay? So you've got that, but I'm going to put it sort of off to the side, okay? Okay? So, Bhavya, I hope that helps. It would be really nice over the next few months, please, Bhavya, what I'd like to do. Hey, Bhavya, over the next few months, I would invite you to keep in touch with the channel, you know, through the chats or the comments, become a member, subscribe, or whatever it is, and keep us all posted of the story as it develops, as your intuition grows, as this thing comes to you, as these new changes come to you. Type it in, communicate this stuff, share the story, okay? Thank you, Bhavya. Thank you. All right, now what we're going to do is I'm going to shuffle this up, put it away, and then we're going to read for Lily. Hey Candace, thank you for watching my videos. Tell everybody else to watch the videos. Become a member. Subscribe, ding the bell. Cool. All right. So I'm going to put this little deck away for a moment. We're going to pull out the Gaia deck for Lily Lynn, okay? Lily is not here on the show, but I already owed her one, so I said I would do this. We already agreed behind the scenes. Yeah, so keep in touch, Bhavya. All right, Lily Lynn. Let's put Lily Lynn's magic post-it note over here. All right, here we go. We're reading for Lily now. Okay, Lily Lynn. Lily is over in Austria, in Vienna. Lily Lynn is the Tarot Lumination leggings supermodel, by the way. In case you haven't seen that video, it's somewhere there in the archives on the channel if you're interested. It's a fantastic video, and it shows the Tarot Lumination leggings. I'm not kidding, Joe. She really did have a reservation. I know. Here we go. Let's have a look. Let's see what's coming up for Lily. What do we got here? Okay. Hidden path. Aha. Okay, I'll show the imagery here, okay? I'll try to keep it close up. The marriage of spirit and matter. Yowza. Okay, I've just lost my monitors. Hold on a second. There we go. All gummy, greetings. I'm reading for Lily Lynn just now. Hold on, give me a second. So let's see what little note comes up here for Lily. The marriage of spirit and matter. Like, dear Lily, you have traveled far in search of greater meaning and fulfillment, having made much progress and learning valuable lessons. You want to continue your journey, but the road seems to have come to an end. That would be regarding finances, career, money, all that kind of stuff. Okay, because that's the subject here. Where do you go from here? It's a huge question. The symbolic imagery on this card is set within a magical forest. It seems inviting, yet the way forward is not clear. No physical path exists. However, there is a way forward. Between the trees is a symbol for eternal life, and to the right, a symbol for healing and protection. This card is inviting you to move forward spiritually and offers you healing and protection along the way. Spirit and matter must now merge if true progress is to be made. I'll read that part again. Spirit and matter must now merge if true progress is to be made. Your rational mind must align with your heart. Okay? I talk about that a lot, okay, on this channel. How to bring, hold on, Lily, give me a second. How to bring this in alignment with this. I deal with that a lot on the Sunday night live shows when I do the big group reading. It's like a 9-card spread or something. But so many of us live our lives from the neck upwards, okay? And that's where we sense that there's so much fear. Our brain is like a computer designed to find problems and solve them. It's constant, and depending on how you were raised as a child, educated, conditioned, and growing up, your computer works in different ways to everyone else. But there's a lot of fear when you're dealing with issues, very grounded issues to do with money, finance, and career, and it's not working. That is terrifying. Okay, it's absolutely terrifying, especially if you're a mother. So you would have every reason to be terrified. And so the brain kind of goes into like a panic mode. It's like having a panic attack, and it's just like bam, 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 bam. And that it's almost like it separates from the heart at that point. And so it's almost like the message here is like, please understand that everything is as it should be. So how do we get this back into here? There is a spiritual purpose and meaning behind all of this, even though it might not make any sense at this very second. Hold on, let me go back. All right, so spirit and matter must now merge if true progress is to be made. Your rational mind must align with your heart. When heart and mind are both focused on the same goal, great things are possible. This is true spiritual alchemy. All your work towards can now be achieved. Excuse me, all that you work towards now can now be achieved. So this might not be a very welcome message for you, Lily, because it's very clear, it's a very strong indicator that where do you go from here? And in terms of your mind, your logic, as a mother and as a person who needs to have money, there's things like food, shelter, transportation, day-to-day, all your monthly bills and all those kinds of things. That takes money, okay? And it says here the way forward is not clear. It is not clear. I would agree. Things are not clear right now. My guess is that you're probably in a state of deep distress. And so my feeling is the message is that we're going to have to go deep into prayer, okay? Okay, so I think we should follow up on this, okay, Lily? This feels like it's a very open-ended reading for you, and it's not going to be very helpful. And like, oh, okay, all of a sudden you're going to get an amazing job, and you're going to win the lottery, and you're going to use all your best talents to your best outcome right now. Click. I'm not seeing that here. I think you already know all these things. I think you know that you have all certain gifts and talents and resources and situations in front of you, and yet it's not working. And so the only way to go to the next step is to bring heart energy into it, the love energy into it some way, somehow. And I think that's going to require more work than what we can do here. We are basically, okay, we'll sort this out later, okay, Lily? I can't do the full thing right now, but we will follow up, okay, Lily? Got it? Thank you very much, Lily. This is work. This is going to take work, okay? It's actual, like what I would call spiritual work, like doing a workshop on yourself, and I can help you, okay? So I'm going to put this one away. Give me a second here. Sorry, things are sometimes things get very cramped on the stage, on the show. All right, there we go. Lily, thank you so much. Thank you, Candace. What a brilliant idea. Wow. Hey, hey, uh, well, okay, see, Candace, I see what you're getting at. I mean, I'm not sure how to hold a collective prayer right now because I've sort of, that's what we're doing already. Maybe we should do something specific. A very little, another one, I keep doing this more and more now, but something like, let's dedicate a couple seconds over here specifically to Lily Lynn. How about something like this? Okay. So Lily, when you watch this, there's someone over there, the chap called Candice Martin, who suggested let's just do a little collective prayer. So what we could do is ask everyone who's here right now. There's about 12 of us or something, or lucky 13. Okay, maybe we could all, consider just putting ourselves almost like we do on the campfire on Sunday Night Lives. Imagine we're all around a campfire, and it's a very beautiful setting. And we're all here together. Each one of us is a very different person, a different time, a different space, a different age, different culture, different conditioning. We have a few things in common. We're using the English language, which is used quite a lot across the world. So I'm taking advantage of that because I don't have anything else. Lily is Austrian, so I believe she speaks German or French. But we could do something really simple. And I'll see what I can do here. I'm going to have to kind of lead this thing, but I would like you to feel as though it's a collective thing, like Candace said. Something like, let's keep it really, really simple. First of all, let's just go straight to basics. Dear, dear angels, dear invisible friends, dear guardians, for each and every one of us who's here right now. Let's do a little invocation, first of all, to bring in the healing power of love. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our bodies from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our minds from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our hearts from up above. We ask for the healing power of love to fill our souls from up above. We ask for the healing power now of love to fill the life of Lily Lynn from up above. Lily Lynn is in probably a very frightening place right now as a mom and as a person. Being very stressed about money, finances, and career, and where that has basically come to a standstill. So please, dear angels, dear invisible friends, in a kind of collective setting, we ask that it's almost like, I don't know how to use, whether I should use the word you. Let's ask for the collective like this. Let's ask for whatever it is that Lily Lynn needs in order to get to the next step. That is what comes to her. And it might be something totally unexpected, like some kind of an idea, an intuition, a fear that needs to be removed, some kind of intervention, some kind of magic wish, some kind of prayer. And that is what comes to her, and then something comes out of it, something beautiful. In other words, blessings. Blessings to you, Lily. Blessings to you with your finances, your earnings, your career, whatever it is that you need to come to you, just day by day for now, month by month, until things stabilize. I don't know how else to say it right now, but you guys, I would ask you to do the same thing. And share it just momentarily. Just pray for Lily Lynn. Wish her all the best. And bless her. Ask for money to come into her life right now. Okay? Start the opening. And the way she has to do that is to open this up. Get away from the fear and accept the love. Okay? We'll flip this whole thing around. Basically, we're flipping it so that she's not operating from fear anymore, like, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, sending out all the worst things you can possibly imagine regarding money. And instead we flip it around and we open the heart, we open the gateway to be able to receive. So Lily, just before I move to the next person, I went and I got a little invocation for myself. I asked someone to bless me with finances and openings and opportunities. And I knew it was going to happen because I had asked for it. I asked to receive, and I gave up the worry. I decided I can't do all this stuff anymore. I need an intervention. I need the love from up above. I need all of that. That's the love energy, apparently. That's the symbol for love, apparently. And it came to me. I had some increasing, let's say, evidence of support from YouTube, creator support to help my channel. And so it's not suffering so badly. It's still suffering, but it's not so bad. And then I had a windfall, a cash windfall, literally. A serious chunk of money. So there you go. These things do work. I'm not very good at like the public speaking type of, like what a professional prayer person would do, but I do this for myself, but it's very clumsy. I would say it's very clumsy, but it's also very personal. But Candace, I think, touched on something. I think it was a really good idea. And we've done similar things before on the channel where we take advantage of the collective, like the campfire, the family, the group, the community, and we treat it like a big funnel. It becomes like a big funnel and it amplifies the energy. And we're sending that to you now, okay, Lily? We're sending that love to you. It's like a healing vibration, okay? That's it. That's all we're doing. We're just taking this energy, putting it into a big amplifier through the collective, through everybody who's here right now, and we're sending that to you. Okay? This is from us to you, Lily, okay? Bless you with your career, finances, and money. Just believe that what you need will come to you, okay? So it is spoken, so it is done, okay? Thank you, Lily. Keep in touch, of course. All right, well, that was freaky. That was freaky, man. Thank you, Lily. Obviously, keep in touch. Please expect a miracle. Please expect a miracle, okay, Lily? Even a tiny miracle. A miracle is a miracle, and they happen every day. I'm used to miracles. I have many miracles in my life. You can too. Next, we have Tiffany. Tiffany, where are you? Are you still here, Tiffany? Tiffany Blake. Tiffany Blake. I don't know if I saw any notes about you, but you are up. I need a glass of water, a sip of water, excuse me. Actually, that was kind of fun. I kind of enjoyed that. It was, it really caught me off guard because Candace kind of threw something in there, and I thought, wow, this is actually a very good idea. But I have to tell you, I was not rehearsed. Lily's gonna get pregnant. Who knows? Let's see what happens. Tiffany, where are you? I'm checking the screen. We have typically a very long delay, like 40 seconds or something. So I'll just hang out here, see what's going on the screen there with the chats. Let's have a look. Tiffany, where are you? All right, it's taking a while for Tiffany to get back to us. Tiffany, which deck would you like us to use, okay? Which deck? So depending on your subject, okay? If you're dealing with problems with extrasensory perception, becoming more and more intuitive or psychic, and it's very disturbing, consider this deck. If you're already way up in the clouds and you're like whizzing around lost, and you want to come down to earth, try the Gaia deck, okay? Okay, if you're, dealing with lovey-dovey issues, go for the Romance Angels. If you're dealing with deep internal struggles, like warfare between the ego and the soul, Let's go for Power of Surrender. And Nature's Whispers, if you're looking for a message from nature right now, because we have a lot of planets in the Earth signs, okay? Hey, Ogami, I will do that. I'll put you on the list, but it's kind of like a backup list, okay? I've already got Debs in front of you, and I've got Candace Martin in front of you, and I will put you on there as backup, Ogami, just in case. I don't know where Tiffany is. Where did Tiffany go? Tiffany, did you disappear? Where are you? So I'll put you, it's like you're way at the end of the line, Ogami. I'm sorry. I gotta check the thing. I gotta check. Where is Tiffany anyway? Where is Tiffany? Now, I think Tiffany said she had to go. She'll be back in about 20 minutes. Oh, she wants a low. I see a little note here. It's like, it's a pink heart. And I don't see her. I think she's still away. So she said she'll be back. So how about this? I've got an idea. What we'll do is we will put Tiffany way over here after Kelly, all right, like this, and we'll bump up everybody forward over here. So we'll go for RS now. RS, are you still here? RS. Oh, that's nice, Ogami. Very, very nice. RS. So you want rider weight regarding money and jobs. Well, the rider weight, if I pull, one of the things about the rider weight, if I do that, I'm opening myself up to like a much bigger reading. And, you know, that's when I'm starting, that's the kind of stuff that I do on the Sunday Night Live Super Chats. You see, if I do an oracle out of the rider weight, I would only use, I guess I could do it, but I would only use the major arcana. And I would keep pulling cards so I reach on the major arcana. That's the only way that I would imagine doing this right now. Hold on. So you'd really have to trust me. That's what I'm going to do. It's unusual, but I'm going to do it. You have to be very patient because I might have to flip a few cards. Okay, Megastar, that's a good idea. I will mention this right now. Hey, Lily Lynn, if you're still watching the action replay, fast forward till you can see the chat from Megastar. She's got a very simple, sincere prayer that might help as well. Okay, RS, regarding jobs, money, career, that sort of stuff. What kind of message do we have? Sounds like you're probably frustrated. A lot of people are, because there are a lot of people who do things for money that they would... they don't really want to do, but we do have to do things for money because we live in a world where money is pervasive, and you almost can't do anything without having money in your pocket. So I'm gonna flip cards now, okay, until we get to where we need. Okay, I'm just going to keep going very quick here with the Five of Wands. You're under pressure, okay, RS, but you are rising to the pressure. Don't worry. It's actually bringing out the best in you. And we already have a major arcana. The Sun card is here. So my feeling, it's really, really simple, RS. If you're, let's say you're struggling right now. This struggle is actually forcing you to go deeper, deeper inside of yourself, to be really, really honest with yourself about what is it that actually turns you on. In terms of like, what are you doing? Like, let's say you're in that sort of age group where you have a day job, something, or like a career or whatever. So, okay, I see your note. Whatever you decide is great. Whether you're not making enough money and the company isn't that great, resumes are out. Okay. And hello, Valvona. I see you. So RS, to me, this is a really, really simple thing here. You're putting resumes out, right? Which is the classic example of, you know, coming from the perspective of being an employee as opposed to an entrepreneur. I'm not suggesting that you go out and be an entrepreneur right now, because being an entrepreneur and working for yourself and creating your own weather is very different from being an employee, okay? However, people do that. A lot of people, it would never occur to them to be an entrepreneur. The only way they could ever conceive or manage bringing in money is through being an employee inside of something that already exists. Okay, which again, that's how the vast majority of the world, people who make money earn money. That's how they actually do it. But what this is suggesting here is, like, let's not worry too much about whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur. To me, it looks like the challenges that you are having right now in the workplace are actually a blessing for you, because it's really forcing you to look at what the hell is it that actually makes you happy, and then having a conversation with yourself, a really open, blunt conversation with yourself, and figuring out, well, what is it that really, really turns me on? What is it makes me happy? What is it that I would really like to do if the subject of money was not an issue, or I didn't have to worry about bringing in at least blah, blah, blah per month? What would I be doing? In other words, if you could, like, what about downsizing? Should I just take a break instead of continually hustling? Are you heavily committed with mortgages, car payments, childcare, children, healthcare bills, college loans, credit card payments, all of that stuff? Or if you have a lighter kind of footprint, maybe the thing to do right now is focus. Like, it's almost like Candace and Megastar were talking about earlier. Focus on like what is it that, what would you really do? In other words, let's pretend you are at a bar or a cafe or a club with some people that you really love or trust, or some complete strangers just like us, and everyone is putting you up against the wall and they're saying, hey, listen, RS, listen. We don't know you that well, but the reality is, from what we can tell, is that you're coming from a narrow perspective, okay? And the challenges that you're facing are actually working for you. It's forcing you to look at your life in a new way, in a much, much simpler way. And we're just basically telling you, we're asking you, what actually turns you on? What would you like to do if you could? And if you didn't have to think of it in terms of, like, who's going to employ me? What happens if my resume sucks? Should I write 3 different types of resume for 3 different scenarios? Maybe something like that. But the key thing is to focus much more on doing something that makes you happy, so that you become more and more tuned into your natural element, whatever your natural elements might be, okay? Candace nailed it again, making money while having fun, okay? Now, it sounds, this is going to sound strange, okay, RS? That's actually a reading, by the way. I remember I was watching this thing on Netflix about these people who got really fed up. And they were people in England. They thought, well, what am I supposed to do? And so the whole show focused on the south of Spain, and people going there to, like, set up pubs and restaurants and cafes and surfing schools and kite schools and kite surfing and windsurfing schools, because they all were very, very passionate, and they were just sick of doing jobs. They all had careers and jobs, and they all thought, you know what, screw this, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of working like the hamster wheel. Somebody tells me, do this, do this, do this, you need to achieve that, here's the goals, and blah, blah, blah. fine. If you're like on a base plus commission, fine. That sounds like it's sales and it's high pressure, sales to get some returns and rewards, fine. But there might be something completely and utterly different for you. It might be in the form of a hobby right now, which you've never really taken seriously because, it's like, well, no one would ever do that for a job, or nobody would ever, pay me enough to, do this or that. But there's a strong energy here in the reading of really powerful message of treat the challenge right now as a very powerful signal that you need to look at your life, world, career, money situation from a very different perspective and doing something much more in tune with what you would love to do. Like, really be honest with yourself. If you got some sort of hobby or specialist skill that you're really good at and you love doing, I would look into that. I don't know if it's going to make money immediately, but it sounds like it's very obvious that you're frustrated. So you've got to do something about it, and the way to do something, the first thing is to do something that makes you happy, whatever it is. Thank you, RS. I'll put this over here. Next, we're going to go to Rita. Rita, you're up, and we're going to do Romance Angels. Hold on, I'm going to reshuffle all of these. Do-be-do-be-do. Over here. I'm going to do this one over here. God, they're all very sticky. Wow, these are the most sticky post-it notes I've ever had. Excuse me. Kelly goes over here. Tiffany goes over here. So that's where we are right now. All right, Rita. We're talking love and romance here. We're going to use the Romance Angels deck. Let's have a look. Good. Hi, Rita. I see you. I see you on the screen. Let me go back over here and check in with RS. Where's RS? So that was unusual. I don't normally do readings like that because I'm treating the tarot as an oracle. But I hope you understood my perspective and the way I went at it. It went very quickly, straight to the point here. To me, it was like a really blunt message. Some ways that you might not want to hear, because they have, it's like every kind of cliche that's out there. Do what you love, the money will follow. Right. Well, there is a kernel of truth to that. I'm doing something that I love here, and I make a few dollars here. Okay. I think it's, I would like it to work better, obviously. But it is justified, and it makes me feel really, really good because I feel like I'm providing a product and a service that has high value, and people like it. And I was very, very reluctant to do this thing, this Wellness Wednesday, this Tarot Lumination stuff. But I feel like I was forced into it by my invisible friends. And so I just gave up and I said, okay, I'm just going to do it. And I just dived in. I had no clue what I was doing. I'm very comfortable with the world of mediumship and psychic stuff and healing and tarot and things in astrology, but I'd never really shared it openly except for one part of a career I had years ago. That was it. So anyway, it's kind of the similar thing like RS. There's something out there, but it has to start from within, and it starts from here. What makes you happy here, not what works logically here. It's what turns you on here. That's what's really, really going to count, because people really feel it when there's the love there. It changes everything. It just changes the whole landscape of work, career, and money. Got to start somewhere, okay? All right, RS? Thank you very much. I hope that helped. All right, Rita, I see you're here. Let's do this. Will me and my ex-boyfriend be back together again, and then or maybe or never? Wow. Hey, somebody said good night, Chaimai. Chaimai, hold on. Do you have to go? Hey, Chaimai, I'll do your reading anyway, okay? Chaimai, I'm just going to do it and you can get it on the action replay. All right? Got it? Chaimai, I'm going to do yours anyway. Whatever the message is, go to sleep, have a good night. See you again, okay? I'm glad you understand, Peaceful. I just saw your note there. I have to go back to Rita's note. Hold on. Okay, so there was a recent boyfriend-girlfriend issue here. Let's look at it from a different perspective. What is going on right now at this moment in time between Rita and the ex? What is the stuff that we really need to know here, as opposed to whether you're going to get back together or not? Because it sounds like getting back together would be something that you would like to do. But if the ex-boyfriend is not with you, then we have to look at the facts. The facts are that he is not with you. And whether you dumped him or whether he dumped you or whether both parties just drifted apart becomes irrelevant. The point is, he is not with you at this moment in time. Okay? I know that sounds kind of rude and blunt, but it's so easy for people to get stuck in expectations. Okay? Like, oh, I want this and I want that. And why would they dump me? Or I wish I hadn't dumped them and now I want them back. Whatever it is, it kind of becomes irrelevant, because the fact is at this moment in time, from what I understand, he is an ex. So he's not there. Hold on. When I deal with like love and relationship issues where there's something in flux like this, sometimes people make up and break up, and it becomes cyclical. It's because there's learning happening on both sides, and often to do with things like issues of trust and forgiveness, or mixed messages. Somebody not getting what they want, someone else not getting what they want, and let's say communication problems in getting that or making that to happen. Like, in other words, the biology is so powerful for human beings to have a mate, to have a bond with another, that sometimes the energy of like desire and bonding overrides the energy of the heart. And we'll see what happens here. It says honeymoon. Okay, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. Now, this may not be the card that you would have expected to see, especially in an ex situation. I know there's something in here, there's a hidden message in here, okay? Okay. I'm going to keep this super ultra simple, Rita. This card indicates the need for a getaway to nurture romantic love. I might as well just stop the reading there, because a lot of this is assuming that there's someone else involved, and there is someone else involved, but you're talking about them as an ex. So I'm going to keep reading, and then I'll go back to the beginning again. Hold on. The specific application of this message depends on the person who is inquiring. For some, this card has a literal meaning. You're going away with a new spouse following a wedding. For those already in a long-time partnership, this card speaks to reigniting the spark by taking a romantic holiday. Okay. It can also relate to the honeymoon period of a new relationship. And for still others, this card indicates that you may meet someone special while on a vacation. My particular feeling here is that if you have a Rita, if you have a pattern of make up and break up, and you're sick of it, and you're not getting what you want, you're not getting what they want. Have you ever heard of like going on like a honeymoon with yourself? Okay, the reason I'm suggesting this, because I'm just going to go for the very first line. This card indicates the need for getaway to nurture romantic love. My feeling is that if your sense of loving and being loved, your sense of wholeness, your sense of fulfillment in life and love and happiness is contingent upon this other person being with you or not, can you understand how you're giving away your power? Okay? The power to be loving, the power to be loved, because it's like you're outsourcing that part of your life. In other words, how can I be loving? How can I be loved if my ex-boyfriend, my ex-partner is not with me? I know that sounds like I'm trying to undermine you here, Rita, but when we get deep into the tarot illumination stuff, especially when I do personal readings, sometimes the messages that come out are really not pleasant or not very welcome to the client. But I keep going anyway because people don't come to this channel or they do these things unless they have something that that needs healing, whatever it is, something very little, something very big. So my feeling here is that it's almost like what you need is a honeymoon with yourself. Enjoy the bliss of being with you, okay? Together with yourself. I would forget about everything else and everyone right now. I know it doesn't say that directly on here, but when I take the deeper message of this card, it's really all about Rita needs to be with Rita right now. Some people don't like this, especially, for example, Rita. This is going to get um, a little strange right here. For example, like if you have really strong, like a Libra South node, or if you have a strong energy of Libra in your chart somewhere, or something like that, something that indicates a very strong dynamic of relationship being a very pivotal point in your life. For example, if you have a lot of planets in the 7th house, for example, it's some kind of thing in an astrology chart, which would, hold on, I'm going to chat directly. Okay? Give me a second. Okay? Oh, I just saw your note. You're going on holiday with your mom. That's fantastic. That's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Rita, what I was saying is that, like if we were spending, a few hours on a personal reading, I would go deep into the stuff. I would be looking for things like a lot of planets in your 7th house, or a strong Libra axis, or a strong Libra component somewhere, or something that would indicate a very strong dynamic where relationship itself is like a primary theme in your life. It is for everybody, but for some people it's a lot more accented. And then what can happen is that it's great when it's working, but it really sucks when it's not working. For example, if you try to take a Libra dominant person outside of the Libra energy, where they have to be with themselves as an individual, like in a state of selfhood, it's almost traumatic. It's like I can't handle that. Like like with you, like where's my mom? Or where's my partner? Okay, it says okay, you're Leo sun with an Aries moon, and hold on, and his Cancer sun, Leo moon, and are both Venus and Leo. Okay, well, we both have Venus and Leo, so that's very demonstrative. It's very romantic. It's like both love to enjoy being loving and being loved. Okay, if you're a Leo sun and an Aries moon, that's very compatible. That makes you like almost like bulletproof in terms of happiness. And so, if something is not happy for you, and you're not happy with someone or something, it's like, to me, the obvious answer is just to accept that. And it's not your problem if something's not working. and you just said here, like, he's a Cancer sun with a Leo moon. Okay, so he has a Leo moon. Okay, so you've got a very strong solar-lunar attachment. Do you see that? That is the sign of polarity, the sun-moon polarity right there. It's almost like being a full moon baby. Okay, so you do have that element. Okay, the Leo sun conjuncting with a Leo moon. That's a very strong connection. Okay, your Aries moon and his Cancer sun, that's a very uncomfortable selection. Okay, it's that's like almost like emotional conflict, like a severe disconnect. So my feeling is that with the Leo sun and the Leo moon, you probably had a past life together with that Leo moon, and you had happiness and fun and really simple. It's just like being happy together. Okay, and then now you're here in a different lifetime, learning all the things about that don't work. Okay, the thing is, you don't want to extinguish or diminish your own light in order to, let's say, try and fix something that you think should be. If the relationship dynamic is very strong, for example, depending on the axis on the chart, then you might feel this natural magnetic pull. And yet if something's not working because there's, he's the X, it might be because they can't handle the energy of your Aries moon with their Cancer sun. That's a really very awkward, uncomfortable placement, okay? So, and also a Cancer sun with a Leo sun is it's an inconjunct. It's like when you have a sun inconjunct the next one, like the sun's right next to the sign, the energy tends to be very different, and they tend to be what I would call a learning relationship, okay? Both parties learn from each other. It might not be so romantic, but there's a lot of learning that can go on because it's essentially so different. A Cancer sun is very different from a Leo sun, okay? So I'm just trying to think, I can't go into it too much more deeply because I have so many more to do, but we could follow up another time, okay? Basically, Rita, let's go back to the beginning. It's time for you right now. It's time for you to be happy with you. Go on this honeymoon with you. And if you want to look at it like on holiday with your mom, that's even better. Just shut the doors, turn the lights off, turn the phones off for everybody else. And you just go and have a party. Just literally just have mom and daughter time. Just have fun. Don't worry about anyone else. Nobody. Don't worry about any of them. Be happy. Be happy from here. Okay? It's not the end of the world. There are other soulmates out there. Okay? All right? All right, Rita? Okay?
Yeah, a honeymoon with yourself. And we'll translate that more specifically. You're going on holiday with your mom. There you go. See, that Venus in Leo is also a very powerful connection, conjunct there, Venus. It's a really strong connection. So I can see just from your notes here, Rita, that it's a strong connection, but there's obviously problems, and I wouldn't worry about it. You could treat literally as people change and move and grow through different chapters in life. Some relationships are literally learning relationships. It was like it's never destined to be husband and wife, home, babies, and kids. It's like you come together, you learn and enjoy the sweet stuff, and you discover the challenging spots. It's the beauty of the mirror. There's you, there's the X, and you learn so much. It's a tremendous way to grow and evolve and adapt. That's some of the most powerful way that we grow and evolve and adapt is through relationship. So instead of worrying about whether he's coming back or not, I would just be swimming in joy, and I would be turning into the attitude of gratitude. Dear angels, dear invisible friends, thank you for bringing this person into my life. I've learned so much. Bless that person, bless me. Whatever happens next, it's almost I don't care. I just want to have fun and be happy. I'm going to hang out with my mom. You just make the decision to be happy for you, okay? And let everyone else decide what they have to decide. So it's not your problem anymore, okay, Rita? We hand that over to heaven. You hand it over to God. Hand it over to your invisible friends. All right, next. Here we go. Finally, you get your reading. Dear Cups of Joy. I hope you're here, Sun Lehman. I hope you're still here. Now, I don't have a post-it note for you, dear Sun Lehman. So, do you have a particular deck that you would like to use? I'll run the decks in front of you again, just to remind you. Let's have a look. Okay. So, let's see. All right, hold on. A little bit of thirst here. Thank you. Okay, so let's go back to this list. Which deck would you like me to use? Do you have a subject? You know, if you're struggling, I have a lot of people who come to the channel who are really are dealing with a lot of psychic expansion and growth, and it's very disorienting. Like, I'm going insane, I'm going insane. How do I handle all this extrasensory perception? If you're already way up in the clouds and you've totally lost it and you want to come back down to earth, try the Gaia. If it's lovey-dovey issues, oh, I see it. You already want the power of surrender. Okay, that's great. I'm so happy. It takes courage because it means you're willing to face yourself and yourself. You know, a lot of people don't want to do that because they don't want to know. They don't want to know what they need to know. But you're doing it because you want to know what you need to know, even if it's uncomfortable. Because with the power of surrender, we're literally dealing with the art of letting go. The art of letting go of what the ego wants or expects or desires or demands, and then allowing soul energy, heart energy to dominate and fill that space instead. So that's what this is all about. Sometimes it's extremely hard to do. Extremely hard to do. Because, you know, the word surrender, it is literally like giving up. It's almost like, it's like the worst thing you could possibly do is to surrender, according to what the ego says. And yet, it is the doorway to healing. All right, well shuffled in advance. Well shuffled. Here we go. Let's have a look. Surrender to your intuition. Aha. So it says here, tune in to your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. Okay, this is really simple stuff, okay? Now, simple is not easy, okay? So, Sun Lehman, dear Cups of Hope. Before I'm going to go back to this in a second, but I want to hang out. Hey, Sun Lehman. When it says here, surrender to your intuition, it's an indication, you know, flip the language around. You have not surrendered to your intuition, and you're being guided to surrender to your intuition. In other words, I do not want to surrender to my intuition. I want my life to work out according to the will of me, the will of self, the will of Sun Lehman. Thank you very much. Anything other than that does not compute. Okay? Some people are extremely functional in a three-dimensional world. They would be things like good managers, good leaders, good businessmen, good highly functional people, whatever they might be. And those would be the very last people who would ever come to a place like Tarot Lumination and get a reading, because from their perspective, everything's already going. Like, they've got the perfect mate, they've got the job, the car, the money, activities, fulfillment. They might be leaders, they might be doing all sorts of things that to the rest of the world looks like, wow, they've got it together, baby. I wish I could do that. And then you go off to your self-empowerment training classes, your self-improvement books and inspirational videos and all that stuff. And it's all about like getting the whole, oh, I am going to create my most amazing self. And then you start to realize, well, wait a minute, I already did that last year in chapter 7 of that book. It's still not working, okay? So my feeling with, when it says here, let me go back. Surrender to your intuition. The thing is, again, because even the word intuition, my feeling is that you already know this. And there's part of you that's struggling. Like someone who has an extreme, like hyper degree of intuition can often have an extreme resistance to that intuition in the early stages of waking up to the next vibrational frequency, okay? And unless you are spending all your time and energy deliberately sabotaging yourself and forcing yourself to live a life in a very basically measurable, three-dimensional manner, you are limiting yourself to a much bigger, wider, expansive and expressive and enjoyable way of life through the levels of intuition, which involve much higher frequencies of energy, where you listen. We do everything from the point of intuition. I pretty much have to live like this all day, every day. I mean, I use the logic part of my brain to, get stuff done, but I prioritize the intuition over my brain, okay? I flip it. And I was one of those people, when I was a kid, I would swear out loud, like, if I cannot see it, taste it, smell it, hear it, or touch it, then it does not exist. Okay? And I lived my life like that, like it was a Bible. And guess what happened? That's exactly what happened. If I couldn't see it, taste it, touch it, hear it, or smell it, or feel it, or whatever, through my physical body, then it did not exist. And so I ended up with jobs, relationships, locations, love, lost, career, finances. If it wasn't there right in front of me at that moment in time, then it did not exist. It would fall away. And it's impossible to live a life that way, because it means you have to be like, you have to live off energy drinks 24/7 and not sleep, so that you can stay in that energy field of extreme willfulness about how things should work according to the limited range of our senses. But eventually, after enough breakdowns and implosions in my life, I realized that I personally do have to surrender to my own intuition. And I started becoming more and more in tune with my true self. And that's where I am right now. So in a way, I feel kind of a bit of a parallel story here with you, dear Cups. So, and you might be going through a chapter. You might already know that you have fierce and powerful intuitive energies. But going to the next level can be frightening because of the implications, because it feels like you're going deeper and deeper and deeper into the unknown, and you're having to surrender more and more and more and more of the ego. And that's very frightening. Okay? On the other hand, that's the direction where we need to be heading. Okay? I'll just repeat it here. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that are coming through to guide you, because that's your invisible friends wanting to be there with you in person, literally, just like a family, okay? They want so much for you to be involved. My feeling is that you wouldn't have had this card unless you had a lot to offer that has not been exposed yet or brought into manifestation in this world. Because of resistance to intuition, even though you might be inclined to go into the intuitive arts already, like with your card Cups of Hope, there's always another level. Okay? I hope that's helped you. I just saw your note. It says here, intuition is increasing lately, trusting it and becoming aware of it more and more and more. Well, it feels to me like you're going to be pressured more and more and more. The more you go in that direction of trusting your intuition, my feeling is the more that you will be challenged to trust your intuition, to the point where eventually, like, the ego is more or less dissolved into the servant of the soul, the servant of the heart, instead of the heart being the servant of the brain. So I think really what happened with that card, it's like a guiding light. It's just basically stay on path. You're already on there. Intuition is increasing. Now you just have to go deeper. Surrender. To go deeper, it doesn't mean you have to go chasing after the intuition. It means surrendering, like the egoic drive not to go there because of the fear of the unknown. The intuition can sometimes feel and very different from what common sense or logic or ego would tell us to do and how to live our lives. Thank you, son. I'm really glad we finally got to give you a reading. Delisha, are you still here? You're up. Delisha? Let's have a look. Valvona, is the list closed? Yeah, it's pretty much closed. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more readings to do, and I've already got Debs and Candice and Olgami in front of you as backups, just in case people just give up their spots. So I doubt whether I'll be able to give one for you. Okay. Okay. Hi, Delisha. Now, did you already tell me what deck that you would like? Or do you want it to go open, or what's the, do you have a subject, an issue? Thank you, son. We'll see you again, okay? I'm just going to put away this deck. We'll leave it like that. And then we'll see what happens next. Delisha wants power of surrender too. Okay, wow. Okay, so we'll just dive right in, okay, Delisha? It takes courage. It takes a lot of courage. Regarding love. Okay, I see what you're doing. Like you're using the power of surrender deck, oracle here, regarding the subject of love. Oh, she said she gave up the spot that I said I would read for her. Damn it, I don't know what to do now. Anyway, we'll get there soon. We'll figure that out when we get there. Okay, Delisha, we're going to use power of surrender. Okay. I guess we could put it to a vote later on when we come to Shemai's reading. Should we give it up, her reading, or should we give her her reading? She's not here. I said I would give it to her, and she booked in early, but then it was so late she had to go to bed. She's probably in India or Pakistan or somewhere. I'm not sure. Okay, Delisha, let's have a look. Linda, greetings. I see you. All right, so we've got a card here for you. Surrender the drama. Okay, now, no matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Okay, so Delisha, I don't know if you're actually attached or involved with someone in particular at this moment, or whether the drama is internal and it's just you with you. It kind of doesn't matter, because it looks, the way the message that's coming through from here is that the situation is emotionally charged, okay, which is not going to help. It's like throwing, gasoline on a fire already. And if okay, hold on, let me go over here. It says surrender to the drama. It's almost like, can you see this energy here? This is almost like the energy of, I'm not trying to demean your situation or demean you or any kind of relationship dynamic, but it's, to me, hold on. Thank you, Delisha. To me, what this feels like to me is the energy of like a really bad chapter in a soap opera. Okay? I don't watch soap operas, but I've seen them because I had a girlfriend many years ago who had this show that she loved think it was called The Guiding Light. This is going back a long way. I don't know if soap operas even exist anymore. But it was always about, there's always drama going on between this guy and that girl, or this mother, this daughter, the jobs, the employers, and everything. The thing about the soap operas is that they are literally built on drama. And the core ingredient to this drama is conflict. It's just perpetual, unending conflict where one party is constantly seeding conflict with another party in order for the initial party to try and resolve their own dilemmas by dumping and projecting onto the energy of the other party. And then, of course, the other party reacts by saying, hey, it's not my fault. You were cheating with them. And they're like, well, that wouldn't have happened unless if you hadn't cheated with them. And it goes back and forth, and you get like the drama feeds on itself, and all it is just turns into this flaming, raging, completely futile waste of energy, which doesn't help you, it doesn't help anybody else. And so when the little oracle here is saying, surrender the drama, I'm going to translate it as something like, stop taking the bait. And the bait could be yourself. Like, say, for example, you have feelings about someone or a situation, or you're deeply involved with people already, like a child, a mother, a spouse, a sibling or something. And, well, it's more, if it's love, it's probably, I guess you're talking about romantic love. Then, when I think of it as like, surrender the drama, I'm translating it into more like, like if we were just hanging out at a bar together, it would be like, you know what, Delisha, don't take the bait. Like if you are being baited, like if energy is coming at you, like things like blame, retribution, pressure, expectation, demands, or, the cold shoulder, or being blocked, or interfering, or undermining, or whatever it is, if there's any form of energy coming at you that would register here in your heart as toxic, okay, that's where the problem's starting. And if you are reacting to that, then you have basically done a very subtle, almost invisible form of self-sabotage. So if there's either very subtle, long-term, or really blunt, obtuse, negative energy coming at you in any way, shape, or form, and you are reacting to it, then it's an insolvable situation. The way to do it is you surrender the drama, which is you literally walk away. In other words, if someone comes at you and does this or that, and they expect a reaction from you, that's the trick. Sometimes it's really hard to do because you might feel that you want to defend yourself against any kind of barbs. But there's no point because you're in an unwinnable situation. If all that attack, if there's that kind of energy and you're sucked into it, then you're not helping yourself. You're just getting sucked into a magnetic field of pain and irreconcilable. It's just like a cat fight or a dog fight, just like nothing good is going to come out of that until somebody exhausts the other party and they say, you know what, I give up. Okay? So, Delisha, this is really, I'm just going to say, I tried to dramatize it here so it looks easy. It's actually very, very simple. It's okay for me to say, don't take the bait. Surrender the drama is my translation, okay? But it's very hard to do because the ego wants to win. You want to react, you want to respond, you want to protect and defend, okay? So, you just kind of like go, okay, I'm blessing the enemies, I'm blessing the ones I love. I might love you very, very dearly, but, I'm sick of the drama. Don't need this. I'm going to mind my own business. And then it's just like, okay, send me an email, send me a text, and then you can kind of go, okay, delete. And just don't take the bait. Otherwise, you just get sucked in a never-ending whirlpool of drama. I hope that helped you, Delisha. Seriously, I don't know, maybe you have a variation on that. There's other interpretations, but I'm giving you that was just a personal opinion, okay?
Okay, there we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, thank you, Candice. I hope that help made sense to you. Thank you very much. Delisha, sometimes things come out in these readings that are not uncomfortable, that are, let's just say, uncomfortable for someone to hear. Okay, I got my cards mixed up. Hold on, I just shuffled it in there wrong. Give me a second. It's there. There's your card again. All right, there we go. Okay, thank you, Delisha. Okay. It's hard to do. Honestly, Delisha, that whole thing of don't take the bait, surrender the drama, it's really hard to do. But it can be done, and it's very self-empowering. Okay? Obviously, you don't want to put yourself in any kind of danger. There's ways that you can do that subtly and carefully without any harm. Okay? Incognito, are you still here? And if so, which deck would you like, dear Incognito? Let's have a look. Oh, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to do. Wow, that's probably going to be it. I doubt whether we'll have any chance of a reserve seating coming through. We'll see. We'll see. Thank you, Delisha. Thank you for the notes there. It's really good that the readings helped other people too. So there's a community feel here. That's really good. Incognito, I'm just checking up. Let's have a look. Let me see here. I need more water actually. Hope you don't mind. Oh, I see what your note says there. Regarding giving up that reading, I would personally stay with my word. I agree, because I already did that. I kept my word with Lily. So I'm going to give Jemai her reading as I said that I would on the show. Thank you. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to stick to the plan, people. I know there's others who would like to have readings. I got that here. And I could, I could run this show for 8 hours a day, but then I wouldn't have a life. The channel would be dead after a while. Let me have a look. I'm going to check the screen for Incognito. Ha ha ha, Joe. I saw that. I see that. Yes, I get it. I understand. Actually, you just gave me a really good idea. Joe, thank you. It's a really good idea. I'm not such a vodka fan, but I am a fan of gin. I could probably create a nice little gin special. Wow, and no one would ever know. Oh my God. Wow. Just very subtle. Excellent, Joe. I need more water. Hold on, I'll be right back. Give me a second, actually. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to do. Okay, so everybody, we're going to be here for a while. I'm going to put on a little bit of a tune here. I just need to take a moment break, okay? Give me a second. Okay, interesting. All right, hold on. Let's get back to everybody. Hi. All right, we're back. I'm just checking the notes here. We've got Queen Shapink just showed up. All gummy. It says, all right, I'm beat. It was just nice hanging out. Don't worry about the reading. Okay, so all gummy, next time, if like, because a lot of times the notifications just don't go out for this channel, which is very sad. So people have no idea what's happening. But all gummy, if I, God willing, we will be here at noon next Wednesday. So if you get there early, we can get you on the list early and we'll get you a better chance of having a reading, okay? And same for everybody else, okay? Take care, all gummy. Don't you worry. All right. Okay, so Incognito's not here, so we're going to move on. Just me. We're going to go for just me. God, just me. Are you still here? We're going to do the Earth deck. Just me. Are you still here? Just me. Are you still here? Please, please type it in. If people are starting to forsake their places in their readings, I'm just going to start to fill it up with the backup people, okay? I'm just letting you know. I'm going to honor the one with Chiang Mai because I said I would and I promised that I would, so I'm going to do it. But if people are just going to go away because they're tired or whatever, then I'm just going to forsake their readings. We'll go on to the next person, okay? Okay, old gummy, you take care, all right? Just me is here. Got it. Okay, you're going to go for the Gaia for you. So what messages does planet Earth have for just me? Hello, Queen Shapink. I hope I said that right. All right, let's have a look. See what's going on with you. Dear, dear, dear just me, what messages we have coming here for you today, right here and right now, that you need to hear? All right, we have loss, grief, sadness, resurrection. The key theme is loss. So you can see from her expression, this is an energy, it's a very deeply felt energy of loss. Doesn't matter what it is or who it is or why it is, it's just there. Okay, it's the energy of loss. And we've all dealt with this. The energy, it's like the Five of Cups in the Tarot. It's like the energy of tragic loss, whatever that might be. I'm going to read from here. And the way I don't know if you can see it on the camera there, but there is a tear just under her eye, and it's the energy that happens where it doesn't matter how strong you are in controlling your emotions. Hey, Path, good to hear from you. Thank you so much for showing up. We're just doing the Oracle show Wellness Wednesday for a few people. I've got just me, and then we're going to do Jamai, then Peaceful, then Kelly, then Tiffany. Okay? I hope you're resting well, Path. So, just me. Let's have a look. All right, it says here, this card signifies loss or disappointment of some kind. Perhaps a hope or a dream you had now seems destined to fail. Or perhaps someone you love moves away, or a partnership seems likely to end. Whatever the form of the sadness, whatever the form of the grief, whatever the form of the loss, okay? You probably know what it is very specifically, okay? Just me. Maybe we just touched on a nerve, and that's just how it is, that what happens on these shows sometimes. And yet, this card also signifies resurrection.
which means that the perceived loss will either not eventuate, or what you lose will be returned to you in a new way or a new form. Okay? Gaia, the Earth Mother, oversees this whole experience. Feel her loving guidance in this very moment. She is here for you and will never leave you, for Gaia and you are one eternally. You are of this earth. You are made from earth, out of this planet, which is made from stardust. Okay? It never changes. All the water on this planet that came here billions of years ago is still here, every drop. Okay? All the carbon atoms, all the nitrogen, all the oxygen, all the calcium, all the iron, it's all still here. Energy just changes. The wheels of life keep turning. Life is never still. Yet every transformation turns the wheel a little bit closer to the starting point. And once this point is reached, a new cycle begins and the journey continues. There is no end without a new beginning. Okay? There is no sadness. There is no joy. It's all one thing. It's just a completely cyclical thing. Actually, excuse me, I need to rephrase that. Okay, it's kind of a tragic thing. I'm going to share something with you. Okay, dear Just Me.
I consider myself a very lucky man. I consider myself a very wealthy man. I consider myself a very happy man. I consider myself a very blessed man. Okay? I feel like I have known so much joy, so much happiness. I feel like I've been on this earth many, many lifetimes before with unrelenting, unending amounts of pain and suffering. Okay? And my personal physical life is I have a long history of a lot of pain and illness and suffering and tragedy and loss. But guess what? So does everybody else in some way, shape, or another. On a scale of things, if you knew me from birth, you'd probably think like, what are you doing here now? You could have been this or could have done that. But this is how it is. The reason I think it's going to sound strange, but one of the reasons I'm so acutely aware of the energy of joy in my life is because I'm so acutely aware of the absence of joy. I'm very aware of the energy of pain, sorrow, loss, tragedy, suffering, all that stuff. On the cusp of death many times and recovering and being alive. Making lots of failure, lots of losses, some of them my own doing, okay? But anyway, what I was trying to hint at is this, just like the ocean waves. You can't, there's no way to understand the joy without the complementary energy of sorrow. They're complementary, you know. If you want deep love, if you expect to enjoy deep love, you are guaranteed you're going to encounter deep sorrow, deep pain, deep loss at some point. If you don't think you can handle that, you can make a choice to wig out. You can turn your life into a whole, flatline. You can just flatline through the whole life. You can self-medicate the whole way, like nothing really good happens, nothing really bad happens. You just maintain everything at the status quo. Okay? And that's because of deep fear of the pain, which is understandable. But without being open, without the heart being open, you cannot have that joy. You cannot have that joy without the risk of sorrow, pain, loss, and everything. So it's almost like when I see this.
Okay, when I see this little message for you here, to me it's very beautiful. In its own way, it's in a very, very beautiful thing here. It's just you're at that point in a cycle, at like a snapshot moment in your life where the energy of loss, grief, sadness, tragedy, pain is very evident, okay? It's not the end of the world, you know. It really, really isn't. Things will change. Life will change, and you will know joy again. It is a resurrection. It is like a wave. Everything happens in waves. Thank you, Just Me. I hope that helped you. Helped you to cope with your situation. It's good to get it out there. You know, that's probably one of the best things about what we do here at the channel, is that we just bring it out into the open. We literally, what we do here is we reveal it to heal it. Thank you, Just Me. Okay, now we're going to move on to Chai Mei regarding a certain love and romantic situation. Okay, give me a second. I just need to clear this. Thank you. Spread it around. Let's just, everybody, please take advantage. I know there's only a few of you here now because you're just waiting for your readings, but Just Me has just sent all of us a pile of love and light. Thank you very much. Very nice. Very kind. Very sweet. Joy, of course you can join us. I don't know if you're going to get a reading because I have a reserve list already, which is about 4 people long, and I don't even know if I'm going to get to one of them. I've got Chennai, Peaceful, Kelly, and Tiffany. I hope you guys are still here. Okay, so give me a second. Sorry, I have to, give me a moment. All right, where were we? Chennai, we're going for romance angels because there's some concern here about the love life. Okay, whatever it is. I'm going to move your cards over to here, over to here, over to here, so we have a little bit more room. There we go. Let's have a look. So I am holding Chennai in my heart here, as though she's here. And we're just going to make this very personal, intimate, simple, direct, and true. And that's all it has to be. Religious factors. Okay? So this is a pretty blunt, direct message. Okay, Chennai? When you see this on the action replay, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path. Okay? Now I'm going to also suggest that this applies to anyone else who is in your love life. Okay? It happens more and more and more these days because of our multicultural society that we have now. There are many places on earth where there are multiple religions, cultures, all living in and amongst each other simultaneously, and certain people are attracted in a cross-cultural dynamic, including love. Okay, so let's find out, see what she says over here. All right, so we have here, your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This card reveals that religion and spirituality are a subtle but important factor in your love life. Now, perhaps you're looking for a relationship with a partner who shares your spiritual beliefs. If so, this card comes to you as guidance to seek your new partner at the church, the temple, or any kind of meeting place associated with your faith. What, the thing that works for you. So that like people go shopping for relationships, okay? Make sure you're in the right shop. If you're currently with a partner who is not spiritually minded or whose beliefs differ markedly from your own, you might feel dissatisfied. You may also be influenced by family traditions that expect you to marry or conduct your relationships within your own culture or religion. Okay, so that can be restrictive. Okay, over here, the romance angels are helping you to address this issue, and they ask you to remain true to yourself during the process. Very, very important. Remain true to yourself. Okay, Chamai? Decide which factors that you will and will not accept in your relationship and what your priorities are for your partner and in your relationship. It's you. It's up to you, Chama. You have to make these decisions. You can't just like fudge and swim around the issues and just hope that everything works out. It's not. Sometimes it's very hard to conduct relationships that are cross-cultural, but it can be done. But it has to be done consciously by choice, okay? So that means work. Making decisions usually takes risk and work. For example, it's possible that your love interest may live the spiritual principles that you find important. For example, things like forgiveness, charity, kindness, and the like. But you don't have the same religious affiliations, okay? For example, I don't know, maybe like a Muslim and a Christian. Maybe both of you are very loving and very kind, and you have very classic principles, all those good things that count in a relationship. Kindness, patience, endurance, honesty, trust, commitment, affection, timeouts for selfhood. All those things are very important. But if it's happening in a cross-cultural situation, that can make it awkward anyway, even though the love might be there. Who knows? These angels remind you that your partner, just like everyone else, is a holy child of God. Everyone is spiritual in truth, because everyone is spirit. Although it's not up to you to change your partner to match your spiritual path, your affirmations, your prayers, and visualizations can have a positive influence on both of you and your relationship. So it looks to me like you've got a lot of decisions to make here, Chaimai. Like, well, what are you going to do? If it's family pressure, if it's cultural pressure, if it's societal pressure, like maybe he's really rich and you're poor, or maybe you come from a wealthy family and he's poor, maybe it's different religions, different locations, something that makes it very awkward to have a healthy relationship. You're going to have to deal with it. You're going to have to deal with it in the open. Okay, Chemai, hold on.
It's awkward, okay? When you've got these cross-cultural things, but it can be done. Often what I've observed is if it's a cross-cultural dynamic, there's certain aspects that never go away, that will never be solved directly, and then you have to kind of create your own bubble. In other words, if you are getting conflict from, let's say you have a relationship and it's cross-cultural. If you're getting conflict from your own family of unacceptability, or they're getting conflict from their family about unacceptability, either way, it makes it very difficult because, you know, most of us would like to have a nice sense of harmony in a family, but it is possible to still create like a degree of function, but you would have to create your own bubble, your own private world where you write the codes and the rules about what works for you guys, rather than taking the code books and rule books from everybody else. So you create your own bubble, you stick to your integrity, you create your own priorities, especially love, kindness, patience, commitment, honesty and truth and trust. Those are the important things. That's what counts. Everything else is secondary. Prioritize the love. That's the important thing. Prioritize love. Okay? All right, Chamai, hold on.
So, Chamai, I hope that helped you. Let's keep going. We're going to move on now. We're going to go to Peaceful. Peaceful, are you still here? I'm going to look up at the chat now because I haven't been watching for a while. So, Peaceful, if you're still here, please let everybody know. Type it in on the screen, and which deck would you like? Peaceful, are you still here? Dear Peaceful, are you still here? Please type it in, let us know. Let's have a look. Okay, so we're down to a very small crowd now. It looks like there's only about 5 or 6 people here. Peaceful is here. Hello, Peaceful. Thank you for checking in. Do you have a preference for deck? I've got the 5 decks. You would like Power of Surrender. Wow, you guys are courageous people. I'm really, really honored to be with you, but guys, Power of Surrender. Excellent. Thank you so much. It's an honor to read for you, Peaceful, to do this service for you. It takes, it's like, it takes like a lot of honesty and willingness to face the self to do these kind of oracles and get this kind of reading, especially when we go for the surrender deck. Okay, it is the art of letting go. It is the art of spiritual evolution, growth, advancement, and healing through the act of letting go, through releasing expectation, through demanding certain outcomes according to the ego, and then letting the heart, deep soul energy dominate. Interesting about the names, right? Yeah, I see that, Candice, too. Okay, here we go. Let's see what message comes up here for you. Surrender to miracles. Okay, this caught me off guard. So we've got some dolphins swimming in the night under the moon in ocean waves near to the shoreline. Okay, it says here, be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. Wow. Whew. Okay, dear Peaceful. I'm going back to this. I'm just going to share personal opinion things like from earlier. I am now used to having miracles in my life. Miracles I see is lots of tiny little things that happen synchronistically for my ultimate benefit and joy and happiness, even if it means I have to go through a deep well of sorrow or pain or loss or change of attitude or change of anything. Miracles are like what just happened to me personally with my own prayer and reach out to a healer who helped me regarding a certain financial thing. And I got spectacular results because I believe in miracles. I truly believe in it. I do believe it by invocation. So let me go back here.
So, peaceful, PAC, peaceful. Okay? My feeling is that when it's saying to surrender to miracles, it's almost like the inverse of saying, like, stop disbelieving in miracles. Does that make any sense? In other words, if you've been living a life where you have a certain level of experience, but you're starting to look around you and feel like, well, where are the miracles in my life? Why am I not getting any miracles? I deserve a miracle. I need a miracle. I want a miracle. A miracle would, in some ways, be like basically something good happens to you that you deserve, and it lands in your life from outer space, almost as though you didn't expect it or didn't even know you were worthy. So miracles are seriously real. Sometimes they're very, very big. I'm very lucky to be alive today because I've had like an unending stream of miracles in near-death situations. And I've learned the hard way that I stay farther and farther away from situations or people or conditions that put me at extreme hyper risk, okay? I just can't take it anymore. I want a much simpler life, peace, quiet, nature, clean air, clean water, and being with the people I love and the people who love me. Everything else, just so long as I got a really super high-powered premium internet connection in my computers, in my staging, in my studio, that's fine, okay? And so for you, if you're already believing in miracles, okay, it's almost like the belief in miracles is like the gateway to miracles occurring. If it's not happening, it's like there's a sort of a sense of blockage, okay? And that's from fear, obviously. Sometimes we close up for multiple reasons. It's almost always to do with fear, because there's stuff going on here which scares you, like, oh, I don't have enough money, I don't have the right boyfriend, I don't have the right girlfriend, I don't have the right job, family, or whatever, or I wish I looked better, or I wish I was taller or skinnier or heavier or lighter, or whatever it might be. And so these energies of lack or self-diminishing energies start to impact us, and it becomes like set inside of us, and that fear becomes set and locked in. And when that's locked in, it's like really closing up, tightening the gate for awesome stuff to happen. And so how do we open that gate? Because literally it's like opening a gateway to miracles. And you have to go back into these things like attitude of gratitude training programs, like, you know, how to understand that you truly are a lucky person, you are a wealthy person, you are a happy person, and you are a blessed person. But you have to do it by invocation. And then you go to the next stage, like, please, dear angels, oh, I know I believe in miracles. Maybe I'm not aware that they're happening so much. Please, could you send me a miracle? Frankly, anything would do right now, whatever the subject, please send me a miracle. Just a little thing, just the tiniest little thing to get me started back onto the path of not just believing in miracles, but actually accepting them and receiving them and living them and having them in my life on a daily basis. Thank you very much. And then you wrap that up. That was sort of like a little prayer. I was kind of pretending I was peaceful just then. And then I would do an invocation. I would say, like, dear invisible friends, dear angels, dear guides from beyond, dear guardian angels, dear heaven, I am worthy, I am deserving, I am willing to receive, I am ready, I am willing, I am able to receive. Okay? You can recite that to yourself. That's what I would recommend. I am worthy, I am deserving, I am open to receive. I am ready, I am willing, I am able to receive. Say that to yourself 3 times and start seeing what happens. Expect a miracle.
There you go. Okay, I'm going to take your card and put it away. Next up is Kelly Graham. Is Kelly still here? That's my question. Kelly, are you still here? Peaceful, I hope that helped you. It sounds like you're already in the groove, but we really had to actually, it's almost like, hold on. I need to just wrap it up properly.
Peaceful, I was thinking, like, you already believe in miracles, but it's like the gateway might be shut. So what I was trying to do is get the gateway to open so that it's not just believing in miracles, it's receiving miracles, okay? Actually surrender to the concept and the experience of receiving the miracles. There you go. You got this.
All right. Oh, excellent. What a great storyline. That's perfect, Peaceful. All right, Kelly. Kelly, where are you? Kelly, where are you? It's funny, I was watching the counter on the chat, and every time we finish a reading on somebody, it drops another number. Got my reading, gotta go. Cool, man. Yes, peaceful. Affirmations are very powerful. I use a lot of them. I conduct my whole life through affirmations. Kelly Graham. Kelly Graham, where are you? Kelly Graham, where are you? And if you are here, please type it in as fast as possible and let me know which deck that you would like to use. I know it's probably very late for you and maybe you had to go, but if you've ended up just disappeared, I will forsake your reading and we'll go on to Tiffany. So Tiffany, be prepared. Are you still here, Tiffany Blake? Tiffany Blake. And by the way, I can probably, if I've already lost 2, so it's very likely that I'm going to put up Debs here, if you're still here, Debs. I'm going to put up Candace, if you're still here. Okay. All Gummy is gone. All Gummy disappeared till another time, so I'm going to wrap All Gummy up. Kelly Graham, it looks like Kelly has disappeared. What about Tiffany? Tiffany, Tiffany, Tiffany. Tiffany, 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 where are you? Where's Tiffany? Okay, I've been waiting here for a while. I don't see Kelly here at all. So I have a feeling that Kelly has gone home. I told you it takes a lot of patience with this show. Debs, are you still here? Tiffany, are you still here? Okay, Kelly's not here. So we're going to move on to Tiffany. There we go. If Tiffany's not here, we're going to move on to Debs. And if Deb's not here, we're going to move on to Candace, because Candace is here. Tiffany, Tiffany, Tiffany. Tiffany, 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 are you here? I love chastity. Well, you might be in luck, the rate things are going. Tiffany Blake, I don't see you anywhere. Debs, are you still here? It's very late in England, so Debs has probably already gone to bed. I wouldn't be surprised if Debs already gave up. Yes, it is a virtue. All right, I think Debs has gone home too. Tiffany's gone home. Another time. They have to get to the show earlier. That's all there is to it. So, Debs. What about Debs? Debs, Debs, Debs. I don't see Debs anywhere. We're flying through the reserved seats now, people. We're flying through. So, people start typing in if there's anybody left. Okay, so Debs is gone. All right, Debs would have typed in. Candace, you're up, and I will handle one more. Chastity. Let's have a look. Who else is here who didn't get one, who truly believes that they deserve one, and they were in front of the line before Chastity? There's only a couple people left at the show tonight right now anyway, so I'm just going to put you over here. I love Chastity. You might actually get one. How cool is that? I'm going to put you in the line right now on the screen, if you don't mind. Is there anyone else out there, any final leftovers who feel they deserve a reading but did not get one? And they just waited in line. Okay. Thank you, Candace. Yes, a member would be perfect. I need every member possible. The more the merrier. It works better. It's better than anything else. Having members is the thing that I want more than anything. My goal is to have 111 members. All right, that's it, people. We're locking the gates. That's probably the end of it. I'm going to put the post-it notes aside. We're going to read for Candace. And then we're going to read for I Love Chastity. I love chastity. Is chastity the name of your pet, or is chastity a virtue? And you're a Libra. How sweet. Candace wants the Earth deck. Okay, we're going to do that. The last deck on my list, oh, that's the nature one. You're talking about the nature deck. Nature's Whispers, because of all the earthy signs. Right, I get it. Thank you so, so much. I see what you're talking about. It's the last deck on the list. The last deck on the list is Nature's Whispers. It does relate to nature, of course, but it's not like the Gaia deck, okay? All right. Chastity's your middle name. Oh, so you're good at the self-love issue, so I don't have to teach you anything. Cool. Awesome. Not that I'm exactly a teacher. Cool. Well, welcome aboard, Chastity. And you're very welcome to become a member as well. Candice Martin, I will see you at the membership page, okay? Check the links below or any of the Tarot Illumination videos on the channel, and you will see a link to the membership. Here we go, Candice. This one is for you. Now, this could be a message about anything, okay? Anything. What is the message that comes through for Candice Martin today, right now, from Nature's Whispers? Very gentle message. All right. Wow, that was an interesting big cut. Very interesting. Let's have a look here. Wow, it says, trust your own understanding. Can you see this image? I'll try and describe it to you. Let's just say that's you, okay? And you're way, way high up in the sky, and you're observing your life and your world around you from the perspective of like the way a Sagittarian would see their life in the world, as this big spectacular thing, like this huge adventure, and trying to understand and learn more and more and more about what it all is and what does it all mean. So I see that there's a lot of huge distance between the self up in this land of spirit and the self down here in the land of land. Like your three-dimensional life here on planet Earth. Let's just say you have a beautiful beach house in Hawaii or something like that, and it didn't get messed up by any hurricanes. And then you're looking around, flying around, looking like, wow, my God, the world is truly an amazing place, much bigger and more staggeringly beautiful than I ever imagined. This is going to sound totally off subject, Candace, but I watched an amazing series on Netflix. I think it was called Planet Earth or something, and I think it was hosted by Will Smith. You'd have to Google it, but it was an amazing experience. It was very, very well done. And I love those kind of nature shows because they keep me like in tune. Keeps me totally in tune. In other words, you are of Earth. You are of nature, but you are also a very expansive spiritual being, and you can observe your life like a movie. Okay? I tend to do that a lot. I often feel as though I am in a movie, and I am the writer, director, producer, and the lead actor in my own movie. So what do I do now? What is the next stage in the movie? What is the next chapter? What is the next page in the script? What are my lines? What are my lines? What is the storyline for the next episode? Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. It says here, trust your own understanding. Your own understanding. The information you are receiving is reliable and accurate. Look deeply into the situation before making any commitments. You have the foresight and ability to discern that there is more here than meets the eye. Everything will be revealed in the appropriate time. Do not feel the need to prove yourself. Be patient and allow things to unfold as they will. Trust in your own observations and knowledge and understanding. They hold your truth. Okay, so there must be going something on in your life right now which is requiring you to be very true to yourself and trust your intuition, trust everything as it's unfolding, and observe it, literally observe it before you make any commitments or decisions. In other words, do not go into this blind, okay? Very important here. Do not feel the need to prove yourself. This is a really strong reading, okay, Candice? I don't know if you're feeling it, but it's a very blunt, strong, in-your-face reading. Okay, I hope it does make sense for you, whatever the subject. Finances, home, health, relationships, career, destiny, creative self-expression, education, study, whatever it might be. You know what it is, okay? Okay? You might have to, honestly, there's no point in me reading this again. What I would recommend, Candice, the show is going to be over soon. I would recommend that you watch your whole reading again. Replay it several times. It's very profound. It's a very blunt, in-your-face kind of reading, okay? Like you said here, it applies to your whole life. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So we really did touch a nerve. Thank you very much. Hey, a few more people showed up. Where'd everybody come from now? Okay, Candice, thank you very much. I love chastity. You're up next. Wow, that was fun. I really, really enjoyed that, Candice.
Hey, Candice, that was kind of fun. There's no ambiguity there, the way I was feeling it in my body and everything. This is like literally blunt message right in your face. Every single line that came out in that little short oracle reading has to be read and listened to over and over again. Understand the meaning, okay? Okay? Thank you, Candice. See you again. See you in the members page. Wink, wink.
All right, I love chastity. You are up. So a few people just showed up. Who just showed up? Who's still here? I can see Fritali. I can see Joe. I really thank you, Fritali and Joe, for hanging out and doing crowd control. That really, really helps. And checking in on everything. So chastity, I was just shuffling up the deck here. Do you have, I didn't show this to you earlier. Let me just clear this deck and I'll show you what I mean. All right, let's put this aside, okay? Oh, you want a love reading, okay. All right, so, well, I guess we could just use the Romance Angels deck. How about that? Okay. It's funny, a few people just showed up. Who else is here? I've only got a couple. I'm only reading for I Love Chastity right now, and I know Fritali's here. I know Joe's here. I know Candice is probably still here, but checking out soon. So if there's a few more people who just showed up, this is going to sound weird, but I feel like I have enough energy for maybe another one or two. I know, it's freaky, huh? I didn't expect that, and I'm sorry if I messed people up who thought they were going to get one. Ivona, hello. Hello, Ivona. I hope you're doing okay. We're going to read for I Love Chastity right now. Regarding love, general love reading. It's just going to be one little oracle, okay? Hello, Ivona. Greetings. Okay, what messages for love do we have here for chastity? Let's have a look. It says here, Now, again, you don't have to be connected with anybody. You could be completely and utterly single. It doesn't really matter. Or you could be deeply married. It doesn't matter. We're going to find a message for you. New love. Okay, sweet. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Interesting. Can you see the imagery here? Let's just pretend that's you. Oh, let's not pretend. Let's imagine that this is you, okay? And you are, sometimes these cards, they don't have a lot of romance angels in every card, but this card is surrounded by 3 romance angels who are very, very close to you right now. And there is obviously here a person of interest, okay? The important theme here is that the story is all about you, okay? Chastity, it's all about you. Let's read from here for a moment. Isn't it funny on this show, Chastity? Because we seem to constantly, it works like a bullet. It's like doing, darts. Have you ever played that game of darts? A lot of times we were very lucky that we get bullseyes here a lot of the time. I'm not very good at darts, by the way. He's an Aries and he's a new love. Okay, let's have a look here. All right, here's the little message. We'll go from here. It says here, the romance angels have sent you this card like a Valentine greeting, signaling the introduction of someone new into your love life. Perhaps you've recently met this person and your interest was piqued. So there is, and it's an Aries. What is that, Joe? I just saw on the screen a Libra and an Aries. So, Chastity, are you a Libra? Is that what Joe is saying, that you are a Libra sun sign and he is an Aries sun sign? Is that true? Please, could you affirm or not? This card validates that your connection was mutual and real. It is safe for you to explore it, and the romance angels will guide your actions accordingly. Of course, if you're already in a committed relationship, oops, you might want to consult your angels and perhaps a counselor or another trusted person to get insight into your feelings, okay? I'll read this. You're a Libra sun with an Aries moon. Okay. He's an Aries sun. Oh, wow. We're going to talk, okay, Chastity? We're going to talk. Give me a moment. I'm going to finish your reading here. While running into the arms of a suitor may sound passionate, the reality of guilt over the affair will soon weigh heavily upon you. This is if you're already attached. It's better to confront the issues within your present relationship that you felt that left your emotional doors open for someone else to pique your interest, okay? Now, it says here, this card can also mean that you will soon meet a new person. In these cases, the romance angels are asking you to keep the faith and love in the cards. You deserve love and you are lovable. The angels guide you to be aware, as you never know when your partner will arrive. Well, I tell you, my feeling is definitely, Chastity, someone has arrived, okay? I'm going to connect here, just a second. Jeanette, hello. Jeanette, greetings. I see you. Thank you, Candice. See you on the members page. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let me go and hang out over here with Chastity. Hold on.
So it just said here on the screen, hold on. It's very hot here in the studio. It's super hot. I can't run the fans, otherwise I would, okay? Jeanette, it's I call it Wellness Wednesday, you see? I call it Wellness Wednesday because I'm giving away lots of little free oracle readings. It's about like free samplers for healing. That's really all it is. Hi, Jeanette. So, Chastity, what I was saying is if you're, let me just check the scroll on the screen again, just a second to be sure. You are a Libra sun with an Aries moon, okay? And he is an Aries. Okay, so you have a really strong connection here. It hardly even matters about the degrees, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20, 30 degrees. The fact that you are a Libra sun with an Aries moon, and you're connecting with an Aries sun male, like that's full on maximum opposition, and it's very enhanced by the moon connection. To me, this tells me that it's very, very likely that you had a past life connection together. His Aries moon connecting to your 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 Aries moon connecting to his Aries sun. Okay, that's a very powerful male-female dynamic. Let me get that right again. The Aries male connecting with the Aries moon female. That is a super, super strong connection in terms of manhood and womanhood. Okay, very, very classical. Okay, it's maximum polarity in terms of the sun-moon opposition. So it has the auspices, like in an optimistic situation, it would be a strong indicator of a strong relationship. Now, whether it's a healthy relationship, I don't know, but it's very strong. Next, when you have your Libra sun connecting with his Aries sun in full opposition, in terms of the astrology, that's maximum polarity. That's the first house, seventh house dynamic. That's the energy of self and other. It's the energy of marriage, okay? It's the energy of open enemies. And that's what happens in a marriage sometimes. When you have that degree of connection, there's nowhere to hide. When you have a sun opposite sun relationship dynamic, there's nowhere to hide. It's like you are like 180 degrees apart in terms of a mirror. Like you do this, they do that. You do this, you do that. Okay? And so when it works, it can work really well. But when it doesn't work, it's very obvious. Okay? Things stop working, and then you have to work on it at the time. You can't shove everything into the basement or sweep it under the rug and everything like that. Okay? It says here, hey, Jeanette, if you're willing to stay for a little bit, I'm pretty close to the end of the show, but I felt like I had a little bit more inside me. So I'm working with chastity right now. It says here, his moon is a Sagittarius. Okay, so, gosh, I feel like I have to make an astrodoodle. Hold on, stay there. Stay there. It's going to be a microdoodle.
This is going to be a tiny microscopic doodle. And so there's chastity, and there's the other. So you have a Libra sun and Aries moon. All right? And he has, what did you say? And he has an Aries sun. Oh, you have Libra moon, sorry. He has an Aries sun with a Sagittarius moon. Okay, I know this looks kind of a mess, but if I just saw that on a chart with somebody and I was doing a deep astrology reading, I would say that you're off to something potentially very fulfilling here. And there's a very obvious reason why you would be sensing the energy of new love and why this person would be triggering your interest. Because just looking at the solar level, sun and moon, look at it this way. This is the strongest connection that you can get. It's the sun-sun opposition in a marriage type situation. It can be the most challenging, but it can also be the most rewarding. You have to understand that. Next, you've got a sun-moon connection going this way, which to me indicates a very strong past life connection at some point in history. and it's coming into real life now in this lifetime. Next, over here, the Sagittarius moon with the Libra sun is very harmonious, okay? His Sagittarius sun with your Aries moon is very harmonious. His Sagittarius moon with his Aries sun is harmonious. This has a lot of, ingredients of like home, marriage, family, and goodness coming out of this. You might be one of the lucky ones, Chastity. So it's going to be very interesting to hear in the future. It would be great if you could update everybody and let us know how this is working out, because just from this little tiny micro doodle alone, you've got a lot going for you. And they should be very, very grateful to have this connection with you. So be aware for that. Now what you need to look for are the classic ingredients of things that really count. I mean, it's great. This is fantastic to have in terms of the basic astrology. But what you need to now know is the evidence, okay? You need to know, what about kindness, patience, consideration, respect, good communications, good listening, good speaking, truth, selfhood, respect. Those are the things that you need, okay? Those are the most important ingredients. If you've got all of those ingredients, make sure, give yourselves time to discover if you've got all these ingredients, the core ingredients that I was talking about. And if so, if that's a match with this, then you're extremely lucky, okay? Just keep us posted, okay? You are loving, you are loved. I can just tell from your love, your name. I love Chastity. If you are loving and you love thyself, which is the core theme of this channel, to love thyself, then you're already so far ahead of a lot of people. You're extremely lucky. He's chasing you? I don't know if this is a good sign, but he chased me a lot. Oh my God. Well, that's pretty classical, if he's an Aries male and he's chasing you, that would be absolutely classic. To me, that would be a good sign. Wow. Goodness. What a reading. Totally, totally fun. That was really fun. He's chasing you a lot. Wow.
That's kind of a wow reading. That's my personal feeling. Like, I would never have known anything about this stuff when I was a little kid. I mean, I was into astrology when I was probably a teenager or even earlier. I'm still studying today. It never ceases to stop, okay? So just live it out. Live it like you are in a movie. Literally, this is the movie of your life, okay, Chastity? Live it like you're in a movie. Like, oh my God, he's chasing me. What are you going to do now? What now? What now? What now? Write the script, right? Just let it all happen. You've got a lot of amazing ingredients here.
All right. So that's it, people. Jeanette, I think you said something. Oh my gosh. I see your name. Jeanette, I saw something from you earlier. What was it you said? Help TL. Okay, so I miss you, TL. Jeanette, what's happening? Okay, so Jeanette, hold on, what is it? Okay, Jeanette, you came in at the very last moment, so we're just going to create your own magic post-it note for you. Joe is okay hanging out with Fritali. They're already highly advanced spiritual beings. So I'm just going to work with Jeanette, see what happens. And you had to have two B's just to be different. Why not? All right, Jeanette. Wow, I can't believe I'm still doing the show. We've been going 3 hours. I think I can handle this. Jeanette. Okay. So Jeanette, let me just shuffle up this card. We're going to read for you now, Jeanette. Okay? So what do you look, what's the issue? Is it to do, let me show you the decks again, okay? So we've got a little bit of time here. I've got 5 decks that I'm offering for perspective. If you're struggling with psychic expansion and growth, spirituality, try this one. If you're struggling over here and you're already up in the clouds, completely dissociated and lost, let's come back down to earth with this one. If you're looking for lovey-dovey perspective, let's try this one. If you're struggling deep inside, like war of the self with the soul, let's try this one. If you want a message from nature, because we have so many earth planets right now, you know, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus, okay? We'll pick this one. So can you type it in, Jeanette? Which deck would you like here? I've got 5. I will just hold it here for a second. There you go. All right, so decision time, please, Jeanette. I've just finished shuffling this one. Let me make sure. Yes, this is good to go. I'm going to put this back in here for a moment. And then we'll see what comes up for Jeanette. Where are you?
Hi, Jeanette. Astrologically, you want to do something astrologically? Well, I don't really have any deck for that. So I don't really... I mean, I do astrology, but this is like a show that I do oracles, like little one-card oracles. Can you tell us what the subject is? Finances, career, health, depression, love, children, spouses, homes, locations, legal issues, whatever it is. Okay, so you want me to choose a deck for you? You can't see the cards on the screen. It's all a blur. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Okay, before I pick a deck for you, let's do this. Can you, yeah, I know what you're saying, Joe. I was going to go for the Gaia too. You're going bananas. I'm going to naturally go for the Gaia deck, but I think it would really help here. You're telling people off left and right. So it's like you're kind of, it's almost, are you the one, so Jeanette?
Are you the one who's like losing it and you're just like blah 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 blah? Is that you and you're going bananas like you can't control like anger or something? Is that what we're talking about here? And you need to come back down to earth so that you're centered in here? It might be that your fuses are, if you're telling people off, pointing fingers, pointing people telltale off, that would indicate to me that a lot of fuses are blowing, because it sounds like you wouldn't normally choose to tell people off. So if you're telling people off, and that's what's freaking you out, tells me that you don't like telling people off, that you would rather control and own your energy so that you're not a victim, okay? Power is streaming up. No, not very controlled. Okay, not knowing what to do with your own power. Okay, well, here's some perspectives, even before I go to the card. Like, if those kind of energies are mounting up inside of you, sometimes, because I work with a lot of people, sometimes it's the energy of unresolved rage. A lot of people hold rage inside of them. Sometimes it's very good to use your power, okay? You need to be in your power, okay? But there's different ways of expressing it, okay? And maybe it's a really good thing. Maybe you're scared of being in your power and scared that you're having to tell people off by using the healing power of no. The way you could describe it, for example, if you're telling people off left and right, that could be a classically good, healthy example of you using the healing power of no. 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 Okay? This might be a good thing, okay? But maybe you're scared of that because you're buffering up against your own fear of having to call out the truth. Let's go for the Gaia deck. I agree, let's do that. Let's do that. Give me a second here.
Okay, Jeanette, this is very, very intriguing because it feels to me like we're absolutely we're like in the energy field right now, okay? You're actually right in it right now. And like sometimes, like if it's very, very deliberate and you're going in there and you're calmly and delivering the truth, okay? Putting people in their place, that can be a very, very good, wholesome thing to do. You know what? Well, let's see what happens, Jeanette, okay? I'm going to put the Gaia deck here first. Let's get us calmed down. Let's get down to earth, first of all. Okay? Let's have a look. Let's just center things here a little bit. Thanks, Joe. Well, this could be a good thing. If you're like, if we were talking about a tarot reading, for example, if you've got all the four kings inside you, cups, swords, wands, and pentacles, maybe it's about time you come into your power, like the masculine side of self, being that power woman. Sometimes it's exhausting. A lot of people don't want to be that way because it means having to be in your power, stand up for yourself, protect and defend yourself, maintain and honor the integrity, the truth, the passion, the stability, the love. Okay, we've got this Lost card again. Obviously, there's a theme here. Let's go on. Let's keep going. I'm going to read this one again, even though we just had it for someone else. Okay? It sounds like you might be in the thick of battle here. You know, if you are having to operate like all the four kings, it says here, this card signifies a loss or disappointment of some kind. Perhaps a hope or a dream you had now seems destined to fail, or perhaps someone you love moves away, or a partnership seems likely to end. Yet this card also signifies resurrection, which means that the perceived loss will either not eventuate, or what you do lose will be returned to you in a new way or a new form. Gaia, the Earth Mother, oversees this whole event. Feel her loving guidance this very moment. She is here for you and will never leave you. For Gaia and you are one eternally. The wheels of life keep turning. Life is never still. Yet every transformation turns the wheel a little closer to the starting point. And once this point is reached, a new cycle begins and the journey continues. There is no end without a new beginning. Okay, Jeanette, I'm going to go straight over here. I'm literally going to flip another card, all right? So that message was very blunt, very direct, very clear. It's already being played to someone. It sounds to me like you're deep in the thick of it right now, and you're having to be in your power because you have to be in your power. And if you're asking me to pull a single love relationship card, then it might be something to do with love and relationship. Having to stand your ground in relationship, tell people off, put them in their place, like you say. So I'm going to go straight over here. And you're the lucky one at the very end of the show to get another card, just like I did with that other person who wanted the Rider-Waite, okay? Okay. So, Jeanette, the way I'm looking at things, the way I'm feeling things, it's like coming up to a crescendo right now. Please think of it by the end of this week. We're going to be at the full moon in Pisces right now. We are under a... Yeah, I'm going to do that. You asked, and I'm going to do it because I had the luxury of deciding that I can do this. So I'm going to do it. All right? I'm just trying to help here. I have to say, Jeanette, right here, right now, I'm feeling it, It's almost like your energy is pouring into the reading here right now, into the studio, where I'm sensing a lot of power, perhaps mixed up with rage, anger, righteousness, and self-assuredness. Uh, all sorts of things all happening at once, okay? And perhaps having difficulties handling that, okay? Now, you just said Venus in Capricorn, and there's a lot of Virgo, the Sag Sun. Okay, so, oh my gosh. I'm going to show you something in a minute, Jeanette. Hold on, stay there. Playfulness. It says here to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so if you are used to being in a situation where you have enjoyed the fruits and the bounties of a loving relationship, but the love is, let's say, not flowing right now. Let's have a look what it says here. I'm just going to read this, okay? Then I'm going to show you something, okay? Don't worry, Jeanette. I'm doing that. I'm reading it very clearly to you, understanding that you can't see it. So it is a picture of a couple on a big swing in a park. Okay? And it's the energy of playfulness. That is the theme here. But let me read it. The romance angels are like cherubs who embody all things romantic and who have a happy, youthful sense of playfulness. They delight in the wonders of love and ask you to do the same. The angels want to help you fall back in love with life again by guiding you to enjoy yourself. Okay? Relationships ended. I just saw that on the screen. This comes from a spirit of joy and adventure. The angels are asking you, when, Jeanette, was the last time that you had fun? And if you don't remember, that's a problem. Okay? Then it's long overdue and it's time you add some playtime to your schedule. The angels say that fun is necessary, not a luxury. The activity can be free of charge, such as exploring nature and going on walks, doing fun things that you love to do, like we're doing here. Playtime is essential in relationships too, to keep the free spirit component of dating alive. Planning regular date nights with your partner, even a long-term partner, is really good for a relationship. Take turns creatively planning fun activities such as miniature golf, karaoke, I'm a big fan, walking through flower gardens and flying kites and all that stuff together. So if you just had a breakup and you've had to assert yourself, you've had to basically get yourself back to center where you and your own happiness was being undermined, or you allowed your happiness to be undermined, however you want to look at it. Okay, it's time to regain that. It sounds like you've already done it. And if the relationship is done and over, my feeling is, I know you can't see it on the screen, but I'm going to use the middle finger. I'm going to show everybody else so they can see.
If you're radiating the energy of the four kings, pentacles, wands, cups, and swords right now, go for it, okay, Jeanette? If you have to be in your power, or you have to use the healing power of you, tell people off, like the things that you were talking about earlier, I say go for it. I am applauding you right now. I'm seriously applauding you, and it's time. The message here is, my feeling is that, like, this is good news. I think that this is a signal of a turnaround, that you're coming into your natural self again by asserting yourself in a way that had to happen, that might have been suppressed, okay? Because fun and joy and playfulness was absent. And now it's time for you to be with you and have some self-time, to be with Jeanette and have some fun, okay? Excellent. So you understand, Jeanette, that is the power of no, the healing power of the middle finger. And you mean it, and you don't apologize, and you don't get sucked back into the battlefield. You literally issue a command. No. Unacceptable. And then you walk away. Well done. So, let me go to the thing I wanted to mention earlier. You can't see it on the screen, so I'll try to describe it.
Okay, Jeanette, you mentioned something that there's a lot of Capricorn Virgo energy involved right now. I don't know who or what, but um, the Virgo energy is extreme right now, and it's under extreme opposition. And especially when it comes to the 13th and the 14th or so, when we have the full moon, which is basically in a day or so. Right now, we are in what's called the Aquarius moon, and it's a moon void. There's no specific high degree angles. And so we're going to come out of this. But for the last few days, from September 5th, 6th, 7th, and 7th, 8th, it's been very super hyper stressful for a lot of people. And when we had the Virgo new moon about 10 days ago, it was ultra stressful, okay? And now we're coming up to full expression. And I think what's happening here with you, Jeanette, is that you've really taken full advantage of this energy. In other words, all these super multiple layers of T-squares, they did not tear you down. You are not a victim here. It actually brought out the best in you, where you had the strength and the courage to be in your power and use the healing power of no. So I am applauding you right now, and it's time for you to go and have some fun, okay? And don't worry about anybody else, okay? Okay, with the Sagittarius Sun, Libra Moon, Venus in Capricorn, 3 planets in Virgo. Okay, you can't see it here, but you've got the Virgo. So you've got a lot of conjunctions here because of the Virgo. You've got the opposition here from Neptune. With the Sagittarius Sun, you're affected by the Jupiter, and you're affected because Jupiter is sitting right on top of you, which is probably giving you the courage and the optimism, okay? Yay, exactly here. But with the Virgo-Pisces dynamic happening right now, it's reaching a crescendo on Friday. That's hyper conflict, okay? Multiple T-squares of conflict bashing on your Sagittarius optimistic sun. I'm putting it here on the illustration in case you can find a time to actually see it. But I'm showing how the Virgo-Pisces axis is very conflicted towards your Sagittarius sun here. But you're responding extremely well, okay? Excellent. Well done, Jeanette. And okay, you've got Chiron and Pisces, so you're extremely vulnerable to being wounded by others, but you're doing an incredibly good job of self-healing at this very moment in time, okay? Yeah. So, well done, Jeanette. I have to give you a big high five. So I'm just going to do that.
Yeah. Up, yeah. Up, yeah. Go, Janet. Now go and have some fun. Do something ludicrously silly and fun just for you. Okay?
Well, I think that's about it, people. Oh, who's this Sylvie girl? Hello there, may I know? Who's coming towards me in love and their motives towards me? Thank you. Okay. All right. Why not? I'm here. I'm not quite ready to shut down. I'm very close. Let's just do this as the last reading. Okay, here we go. What is it? Somebody, who is that? Sylvie girl. All right, why not? I'm just going to do it. And that'll be it, folks. Anybody who wants a reading from now on, we have to come to another show and you got to pay me. And that's all there is to it. Sylvie girl. All these are free. If you want a much deeper reading, you can come on Sunday nights and do the super chat. If you want to go even deeper, you can go to the channel and check the links out, and you can book a personal reading, and so on and so on. Right now, this is just free and fun. It's kind of like my sampler platter for everybody and anyone who's out there. All right? So, let's have a look. Sylvie girl, what's going on? What's coming at you for love? Okay? I don't know. I don't know. Let's just see what the card says here. Good night, Janet. Oh, it looks like that's a totally different reading. Hold on. Stay there. I'm going to do something radical. Gosh, I'm messing around here with the protocols. Sylvie girl. What's out there coming at you? Well, watch this, Sylvie girl. Watch this. Super duper. I'm not gonna tell you what's happening here. I'm just gonna do it. All right. So imagine, Sylvie girl, the energy of what if. What's coming at you? Okay. Imagine there's the energy of you, there's an energy of another, and there's an energy of relationship itself, and then what is like growing from this thing. And if there's no one there in your life right now, I know, Path. I just saw your notes. I was starting to have a bit of a collapse just shortly, and then I took a short break and I got my breath back a little bit, so I'm kind of wrapping up here right now. So excuse me, Sylvie girl, let's say this is you. Think of yourself like a smartphone, okay? All right, over here, what about the other? You're putting out energy, and the laws of attraction are now in action. What sort of thing are you attracting? In terms of energy, in terms of another, their personality, their nature. And what would be the nature of the relationship itself, and what could you imagine might grow from here, and what would the weather be like surrounding you? So it's really simple. With the sun energy around you, it's almost like anything and everything can happen so long as you maintain yourself in the aura of your most awesome self. Just being just being happy, okay? That's what counts right now. That's the only thing that counts right now, is whatever makes you happy, do that. Like if I need to go for a walk, or I need to treat myself to a cupcake and a cup of my favorite drink, I'm going to do that. And then just see what happens. Or then it's over. Like, you know what, I'm going to go home tonight and I'm going to make spaghetti bolognese or something like that. Whatever it is, and you think, you know what, I'm going to do something crazy that I never did before. I'm going to go out for a walk in the middle of the night. Somewhere beautiful. Let's have a look. What are you radiating? Okay, so with the Six of Swords here, it looks to me like you're itching to move on and finding peace and harmony in a new type of lifestyle. Okay? And only having with you the things that work. Okay? Forget anything and everybody else. It's very simple. Over here, someone else. You're dealing with someone. You might attract someone, especially with this energy over here. Like with this super, super, super charged, loving energy that's surrounding you, and you're just going off and being you, deciding, I want a new situation, then you might attract someone who is very, very attracted to your sunlight, okay? Because they might be the sort of person who's having a very devastating moment in their life right now. Sometimes that happens in relationships. You could attract someone who might be very traumatized, or who's going through massive upheavals in their life in some way, shape, or form or another. Physical disasters, earthquakes, volcanoes, hurricanes, tornadoes, financial disasters, family disasters, a loss of a loved one, loss of a spouse, a child, a pet, or something that's cataclysmic loss for another party. But their life goes on, and they're looking for new starts and new beginnings and deep, deep, deep soul healing. That could be the sort of person that you might attract. I know it sounds strange, but you asked for this and I'm doing it. So the beauty is that you have the Knight of Cups here. So it feels to me it's very, very simple. You might be just one of those very loving people who just likes things to be simple. I just want to be happy. I don't want to be involved with anyone or anything that is not good for me. Okay? And I just want what is loving. I want to be loving, and I want to be loved. And you want to be in a relationship dynamic where you are loving and where you are loved. And that can happen. It's perfectly okay for that to happen with another person who is like completely discombobulated, because they might be just going through a transformation out of which something amazing can happen. Let's have a look here. This might blow your mind. It might open you up to, with the hangman here. Whoever you attract, if they come to you and they have certain characteristics of being like a train wreck, or someone who has these amazing qualities of being awesome, but also certain like events in their life that you could look at as a train wreck, then that could be very appealing. Not appealing to you, like I don't have to go rescue somebody. I'm not talking about like going and rescue somebody, but it could open up your whole mind and your life in the world to a completely new type of relationship dynamic that you would never have known or experienced before, without being completely open and coming from a very pure and loving perspective. So I see this as kind of opening up to a new adventure, which will take you into a very different type of perspective, which will demand you to look at life and love from a very different perspective to what you've ever experienced or what you ever might expect to experience. Okay? I hope that helps you. Oh my gosh, now everybody's starting to arrive. What happened? Now I've got about 4 more people who just arrived. Be early. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh man, what am I doing? Now I'm just doing random tarot. Oh my god. What happened to the oracles? Yes, B, what's early? What's going on? B, I'm just going to shake this up. This is, hold on, I want to check in with Sylvie Girl. Stay there. Jeepers, I really opened the gate here, didn't I? Jeepers, man. Let me put this aside. Hold on, I want to check in.
Okay, so Sylvie girl, are you there? Okay, so I hope that made sense to you. I hope you get something out of that. I hope it resonates with you in a very specific way, all right? And keep us posted. Drop in again and tell us what's happening. Tell us what's going on, okay? I'm going to go ahead here with Be Early.
Oh, hey, I see your note there. Hey, be early. Yes, go ahead. Put the when you're asking your question, be. Here's what I'm suggesting. Instead of like, will this happen, or is this going to happen, or when is going to happen, like that. I don't really like to do things like that. I have very fixed demands in terms of the response, because then you're asking me to be a clock or a fortune teller, and I prefer to read in such a way that you make your decisions and I'm just helping you. Okay? So Sylvie Girl says, do they plan to come forward and express? I don't think there is a plan there. With someone who's radiating the Tower card, that's just going to be random. It's just going to be totally random. You won't know it. You won't expect it. You won't see it coming. Okay? Okay, be early. What's going on? What is the subject matter? Can you put it in one word? Be early. I'm going to give you your own post-it note. Be early. It's all about you now. There you are. You got your own post-it note. Are you satisfied? I hope so. Have you gone all shy? Be early. Are you regretting having arrived here? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to put a no more reading sign. I will just shut down the show. You know, it's just like I've got a bunch of stuff to do, so it's true. Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? Oh man, I think Be Early just wigged out. Be Early just disappeared. That's very strange. The chat is moving, so I can tell that people are here, and all of a sudden a bunch more people arrive. What's going on? Well, I'll put be early over here. Okay, I think what I'll do is I'm going to give myself a little break and hang out with you guys. Hey, Path, I know it's highly unpredictable. So the way I look at it, I'm living with this Aquarius moon right now, where it's hard. Oh, B here. Okay, there you are. So B, do you want to keep it very simple? If you have an issue, okay, can you put it in one word, like Lumination? What are the messages coming to me today regarding finances, or health, or education, or career, or my community, or my mother, or my cat, or whatever it is? Okay, be early. Okay, I see you here. I see that you're here. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Zub, zub. But oh, I spoiled it. I was just going to tell you a joke. Here's a joke. This is the only joke that I know.
This is a joke. This is my best joke that I have. It's the only joke I know. This is for you, B. What is the sound? I kind of blew it already, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay? What is the sound of a bee flying backwards? Well, I will tell you. Here is the sound of a bee flying backwards. Zub, zub, zub. There you go. Now you're supposed to laugh. I think it's very funny. So, B, you said, can I ask a question? But now all of a sudden you're going very shy. Oh, there you are. I see it on the screen now.
It says here, I need a guidance message regarding my graduation recital. Okay. It's going to be by the end of September. Okay, so you got plenty of time. Okay. Hello, Tia. How are you doing? Okay, a graduation recital. Okay, so I'm going to pull the Gaia deck. I'm going to pull the Gaia deck for this. This is going to get us down to earth here, bring us some let's say, basic I don't know, get you centered. I think what you really need to be is be centered more than anything. B, all right? With the graduation recital, so that sounds to me, it isn't just something that you put on paper. It's actually spoken. This is speaking in public. Am I right? Okay. So it needs practice. Okay. You need practice. You're going to need to be rehearsed. You're probably going to have to put yourself in a quiet room somewhere and practice in front of a mirror, or practice in front of like your laptop or something, or a smartphone, and record it and then play it back to yourself, and then play that back to someone that you love and trust, and then also from someone that you know, who doesn't really have your best interest at stake, and just get a different levels of opinion. Okay? That's the first thing. Before we even do the reading, I'm just talking about practicalities. I'm talking about the actual process of making the best of your graduation recital. Okay, you're a musician and you play the piano, so you're actually going to have to do a live recital. That's incredible. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. Oh my God. So it's almost like coaching. We're doing now here coaching. This is like a coaching session. How do we get you in the vibe for doing your recital? By the way, are you going to be wearing black? Do you have to wear a, like, is it very formal? Like, you know, where you, like guys, you have to wear a tuxedo or a black suit and everything, that kind of thing. It's very exciting. I'm really excited for you, B. It says here, Ocean of Eternal Love. Oh my gosh, this is epic. Healing, creativity, fertility. Can you see this? This is like the moon. And down here is the ocean. You probably can't see it because it's a painting in the middle of the night. And it's showing like this, I guess it's like a drop of moonlight that drops into the ocean. You know how when you see, you know, there's photographs of the moon on a clear night shining across the ocean. You get these amazing, beautiful images. The theme here is healing, creativity, and fertility. Okay, so I'm hoping that this is already resonating with you. Be early, it says. It's quite formal. There isn't a dress code, but I'll not show up with jeans, that's for sure. Excellent. Okay, B, all I'm sensing here from right now is because I'm involved in music myself and I've done a lot of performance on stages. Sometimes I've screwed up, sometimes I do really well, and I've always wished that I could be a successful pop star. And I'm a little bit, that was a few decades ago, but let's just read from this. Okay, let's see what it says over here. I already have some comments for you, but I'll share that in a second, okay? Okay, Ocean of Eternal Love. It says that love, sorry, I'll start again, okay? B says here. It is said that love conquers all. This is especially true for you at the moment. Something is resolved and healed through love. What was previously barren now becomes fertile. A seed is planted and you are the co-creator. Wow. My feeling is that this recital is actually like a really significant moment in your life. It's almost like something that you'll never forget. And I think it'll give you a sense that there is purpose and meaning and a mission for you and your music, apart from just graduating for playing the piano. In other words, your music and your piano playing has purpose and mission and meaning, okay? What was previously barren now becomes fertile. I think it's going to become exposed, and I think people are going to understand and appreciate the gift that you have to offer. A seed is planted and you are the co-creator. The conditions are favorable, the timing is right, a new creation awaits you. The birth of something new brings joy and excitement. I think the birth of something new and joy is to do with the birth of that comes from recognition and appreciation that's going to happen as a result of this recital. And that literally triggers you into the next chapter of your life. The birth of something new brings joy and excitement. The forever changing seasons of eternity turn their invisible wheel and a new cycle begins. A new image is born. I think it's very much about a new you. It's about you're starting this recital. I think it's kind of like a, I don't want to overdo it, but kind of like a monumental landmark for you. It's like a proving thing, because what use is the music if others can't hear it? It seems to me that the music might itself be the purpose. In other words, however you do it, like playing the piano, like if it's concert pianist, or if it's like improv, or you like doing whatever kind of stuff you do on the piano, or freeform composition. It's very, very obvious from the reading here that it is very much in line with the energy of mission, purpose, and meaning, okay? Almost like, you could say career, for example. I have to share something with you, by the way.
Hey, B. I've been very lucky in life to work with some amazing musicians, and I'm trying to, even at this, let's say, more mature or advanced stage in my life, I am still very musical and very desirous. And I now have an Ableton recording studio here, okay? A really good microphone and a really good producer, okay? And I'm trying to produce a whole bunch of new music. And it requires an awful lot of keyboards that I can only like hint at. The way I've always worked in music is that I've always had to surround myself with talent because I'm very fluid and comfortable in music, but I'm not the expert player. I've been very good at working with violins, saxophones, keyboards, percussion, uh, guitars, classical instruments, rock and pop, all of that. It works so long as someone has the raw talent. What I like to do is to like to draw things out. Now, of course, I'm doing it for my own benefit because I'm trying to make my music sound more professional. If you're not aware, I have a if you there's a plate you can go to Terra Lumination on Spotify. There's a there's Terra Lumination is on Spotify. Please go and listen to some of the music. Some of it's very raw, but if there's any song on there where you feel you would like to play a piano, there's already an amazing piano player. Her name is Lena. She's not here today, but she did a version. I'll play it to you. Actually, maybe this would be a good opportunity. Uh, wow. Hold on a minute, B.
Hey, B. Yeah, so B, I just like to write songs. If you're not used to this channel, or if you haven't been here before, there's a whole section on songs. There's a whole playlist on songs. The easiest way to do it is just go to Spotify for Terra Illumination, okay? But in the meantime, I'm going to play you a piano section from Lena, who played I Surrender piano. Hold on. See if I can do this. I'm going to see if this shows up. So she plays it pretty fast, but you'll get an idea. Hold on, let's see if this works. Okay, stay there. Stay there. I'm going to play I Surrender now with my original acoustic version.
Here it is. It sounds like this. So here's the actual song, okay, B? Sounds like this.
I surrender. Oh, how the body craves. Oh, how the heart it aches. Oh, how the soul knows all of this. Feels like you manifested me in ways that match perfectly, answering my own wish for sure. So many lifetimes in the making. This time round there is no faking, no mistaking. I surrender, I surrender. My hands are held up high, my knees are on the ground. I surrender, I surrender. I hand myself over to the mystery of your sweet embrace. There's no going back, don't even have any maps to our new futures. There's only our next breath. We're so fully committed and so fully engaged, so courageous and fighters to the death. Building bridges from your heart to my heart, forging bonds of honest structure, our new start. I surrender, I surrender. My hands are held up high, my knees are on the ground. I surrender, I surrender. I hand myself over to the mystery of your sweet embrace. Oh, there's no way around this, only way out is through. There's no way around this, open the door to bliss. Only way out is through, that's what we're gonna do, yeah. I surrender, I surrender. My hands are held up high, my knees are on the ground. I surrender, I surrender. I hand myself over to the mystery of your sweet embrace. I surrender. My hands are held up high, my knees are on the ground. I surrender, I surrender. I hand myself over to the mystery of your sweet embrace.
So, wow, there we go. I'm going to do something now. So, there you go, B. Hold on, let me check in with you again.
Hey B, that was Terra Illumination getting a little bit sort of, off track here. The show is basically over, and I started doing random stuff at the end, and I get caught out. Anyway, so that's kind of how Terra Illumination is. I do all sorts of other things too, but I'm just going to confide to you, dear B, one of my dreams is to take that song in particular. I have a whole bunch of others, but that song in particular, I'd really like to kind of do it like Adele style, where I picture myself, I'm in the Royal Albert Hall, and there's like 13 musicians, like two drums and percussion, a big classical piano, like cello and violin, and some, what else would you have there? Actually, probably two keyboard players, okay? And like 3 backup singers to do really, really sweet stuff in the choruses. And then we do it live, okay? And we do it live. And you would be there on the piano, okay? And Lena would be there too. We'd have 2 pianos. One for you and one for Lena. How about that? Okay, deal? Is it on? So I'll see you on stage. So start practicing. So do your recital, get that all sorted out. It's going to be fantastic. And then we'll start doing rehearsals for I Surrender. Okay? See ya, B. All the best. You'll be fine. Write in, let us know, become a member, all of those good things, likes and subscribes and all of that stuff. Okay.
Okay. Hey, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3. You're a musician too. I keep forgetting because I think more about food. When I think of 1, 2, 3, I think of food. But yeah, we need all the backup singers we can get. Yeah, our Lumination Choir. There we go. Super duper. Well, jeepers, man. I've been going for almost 4 hours, people. So it's kind of like, I gotta wrap things up here. I don't want to do a 5-hour marathon. I've done those before. Flute, yes. Flute is awesome. I also love oboe. I love the oboe when it is done properly, and the cello. Oh my gosh. Hold on, B. I have to go back.
Hey, B. When I was a kid, I worked really hard to try and study music. I was just a little bit dense up here, and my hands wouldn't do what my head wanted my hands to do, no matter how much I practiced. So I just went back to guitar. And I practiced and practiced, but I did have a chance to work with some amazing musicians. And one fellow in particular, his name is Philip Feeney, and he ended up being like the professor of music at Cambridge University in England. Okay, that's kind of a big deal. Anyway, he was like literally a gifted prodigy. He could literally throw him some anything, Beethoven, Mozart, Schoenberg, whatever it is. He could just like play it. And then if you wanted to play a Beatles song or Rolling Stones or pop music from whatever era, and I would just hang out there and sing with him. And another thing that we would used to do, I'm telling you another story, we would go into this little church nearby that had a humongous church organ, those humongous old-fashioned church organs. And we would sing songs with this massive organ playing in the background, like in the late morning when no one else was around. It was fantastic. Outrageous good fun.
So there you go. We got it all fixed, people. We don't even have to do auditions. We've already got everybody picked for the band. Wow, it's going to be fantastic. All right, let's wrap it up. I think I'm just going to start wrapping up with some wrap it up music and see what that looks like for everybody. And try a little bit of this, and we'll just wind down gently, and I'll bless you all to have a good day.